I got a tip. If you want me here, take a trip. It make you holler, it make you shout. Come along with me, we're tripping now. Now listen, girls, and listen, boys. These little things, they ain't no toys. They are for real. Know what I mean? They make you holler, they make you shout. Come on, baby, we'll trip on out.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I have a surprise guest with me tonight that was such a surprise, I didn't even know about it till 2 seconds ago. So what's going on, FCC? Are you naked?
I am. What's going
Nice. Well, not a whole lot. I couldn't seem to make up my mind, or actually let other people make up my mind if I was even going to go live tonight. And then, so I scheduled it, realized that Cat Eyes was still live, and most people don't give a fuck anymore, but I try not to step on like the newer channels, you know what I mean? But
Yeah. I mean, you also have to consider that Nunya's Bunions are also live right now.
Oh, are they?
With Tommy after they attacked Jason Casey for how dare he speak out on the brother of Tommy Fellows, Jason Fellows, being a chomo, right? How dare and they quickly turned on him and they trashed him tonight. So I hope Jason Casey's listening because people need to be a little bit smarter in this community to assume that these people are going to have your back, and then the minute you say something about them or push them the wrong way, even though you're doing the right thing, they're going to fucking attack you. So fuck you, Nunya, and fuck you, Tommy. Tommy's brother is a fucking chomo. Hey, Bill, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Are you in Walmart by any chance?
No, I'm in a casino.
Oh, nice.
And so I figured the longer I'm on here, the less money I'm gonna lose.
Well, yeah, dude, those places. I can see how people get hooked on them, man. They're totally designed so you don't know what time it is. You don't want to look at the floor. They make those carpets like that so you don't want to look at the floor. It's all psychological and designed to keep you there. Yeah, I get it. They're a lot of fun.
But the difference here is that I'm at I'm on a reservation at a big casino in a California reservation. So yeah, clean up on aisle 9. FCC just lost his fucking mortgage on aisle 9.
Again.
But if I lose money, at least I know I'm losing it to Native Americans versus other people.
Right. We scalp them. Now it's their turn. Yeah, I get it.
Makes me feel a little better, right?
Well, I mean, okay.
I mean, they had their Trail of Tears, and now I can have my Trail of Tears.
There you go. Well, I will tell you, I don't know if you've been keeping up on it, but I have no sympathy for Jason Casey. That motherfucker has been spreading my information around through people's DMs, among other things he's been doing. It's because I caught him in a lie. Like back in 2022, like he says, "Oh, I don't watch Bill," but then he's like, "I've recorded everything Bill's done since 2022." It's like it's creepy. So I have no love lost at all for Jason Casey. But I mean, it just goes to show that, like how, yeah, exactly like you said, how dare you speak a truth, you know?
Yeah, and now he's cast away from Nunya's the Nunya Knights. He's been cast away, and Tommy's banished him too. Because yeah, I mean, ultimately he spoke the truth on that issue, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that once they found out he was going at me, they probably welcomed him with open arms, and it just proves how fake they are.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and it's crazy. It's like, and Nunya pretends like I don't, she says I don't know what's going on with Tommy's brother. I don't want to know. But you know what? She was sure as hell fucking curious as to what was going on with Edward's brother, right? And she definitely
Yeah.
cared to know. So she's a fucking. I mean, we all know this, but let me say this for the people in the back that can't hear so well. Nunya is a fake ass bitch.
Oh yeah. Dude, I mean, look, it's only a handful of people that actually believe her bullshit. It's funny because some of the people that are cheering her on, I'm like, what the fuck, And they're like, well, I'm just, which they really are, just kind of playing with her, or they're scared to lose their wrench or whatever. But she's only got a handful of people that, and I'm not trying to be an asshole here, like every other time, but like the people that actually believe her are honestly kind of slow, most of them.
I agree. I agree. I mean, yeah, it's like she takes advantage of the yeah, I guess slow is a good way to put it, but she's a bottom feeder, right? I don't know if she's a
Right.
bottom. I would hate to think of her as a bottom or a top or anything sexual, but
Oh my God, she couldn't be
she
a top.
Jesus Christ, yeah, she fucking smashed somebody. But she thrives on and she's able to manipulate people that are mentally and spiritually bankrupt, right? Mentally deficient, spiritually bankrupt, and that's her gig. You go over there and you see people. I couldn't believe it. She just said this like 20 minutes ago. She's like, Tommy, I don't know about your brother. I don't want to know about your brother. I don't think Jason should be talking about your brother. But this bitch dragged Ed's brother for fucking months.
Right.
Ed's not even a catcher.
Right. Yeah, it's all about. She kind of. It's pretty easy to
Hell no, Locke.
win
No,
over.
no, Locke. We're not. No, Locke. There's no challenge. There's no challenge to not mention Nunya. No, Nunya is fucking poison, and you know it, Locke. She dragged your ass and your girl's ass for weeks too. And just because you can kind of write it off and pretend it didn't happen, fuck that, dude. Good for you.
Oh man, dude, they talk about me way more than I talk about them, man. Like they fucking blow 5 hour live streams about something Bill Powell said, which sometimes I didn't really even say. Or they're like, or their favorite thing is that's a lie, and it doesn't matter how much proof I show, they still say it's a lie or they say it's fake. Like, how the fuck can you combat that?
I get that, Locke. I see your comment. I get that, but I mean, call me a flawed person, but when I hear her, when I see the hypocrisy, I'm gonna call it out. Sorry.
Oh, you're all right. I mean, personally, I don't wouldn't care if I never heard her name again, but I understand there's a limited amount of places where you can go to vent your frustrations without getting banned or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Look at the floor. You really can't. It's hard to look at the floor in a casino unless you're making a real conscious effort.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm looking for. They don't have any Yahtzee here. I'm like, do you have any Yahtzee? What the hell? They have no Yahtzee here. Blackjack, poker, roulette.
I don't think I've ever seen Yahtzee or Uno at a casino
Exactly.
or Tiddlywinks. They did have one of them up here. I can't remember if it was the Trump or the Horseshoe. They're right next to each other, but one of them had a Monopoly marathon. Like I can't remember how I don't remember exactly how they did that one, but yeah, at the end of it, it was just four people playing against each other, and there was like literal millions of dollars on the line.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some big tables here tonight. I'm not going to engage in that, but um, I'll watch them. Oh,
Penny said to do
we got a
roulette red
$3,000
number
winner.
17. Is Penny in here? I don't see her.
Yeah, roulette's probably my safest bet. People saying, do roulette, do roulette. I've never played roulette, but I might.
I'm not gonna lie. I played Russian roulette a couple of times.
Yeah, so this whole thing with Jason Casey. Oh my God. I mean, I'm glad you weren't listening to it. I don't know if anybody else is listening to it, or if they still are on Nunez. Um, long story short, and if Tommy Boy Studios is listening and he's ready to make a new video, Jason simply brought forward the conversation about Tommy's brother, a couple of weeks ago, and he got shut down. They wouldn't let him talk about it. Wouldn't let him talk about it. And then a couple nights ago on Ed brought forward some objective. Ed didn't bring forward it. Ed just brought forward like court documents and testimony, right? He didn't like.
Yeah, I saw somewhere, it must have been Ed's, where he violated his probation or whatever.
Yeah, but I think Ed like laid out the longer story to Jason, right? Not
Right.
Jason Casey, right? He's like, here's how it started. Ed didn't say anything. He just played fucking court testimony. And then tonight, I think Jason was questioning Tommy based on what he had heard, based on court records and court testimony. And, Tommy flipped out on him. Nunya flipped out on him. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You can't even have a conversation anymore, without like getting political over it, or assuming that somebody is like trying to pick sides. The reality is like one of the most catchers in this community, Thomas Fellows' brother, is a known, documented chomo. Period. That's
Right.
it. Do what you want to do with that. Prove me wrong, right? And they try and spin it however they can or manipulate it. And it just shows, sadly, that they are actually not about the kids. They're about politics. They're about allegiances to particular catchers, but they're really not about the children that we are all
No.
supposedly to protect. Right?
Yeah, I wish people would give up on that fallacy. None of our channels are about protecting kids anymore. Once upon a time, but not now. Like none of this saves anybody. None of it protects anybody. None of this does anything good for the cause that we say we're all here for.
Right. Yeah. Yes, you're right, Locke. The word I was searching for is convicted. That's right.
Well, the thing is that, like, all the way around, like, everybody gets held accountable for what their brothers do, and I think that's bullshit, no matter who it is. But the thing is they want to hold Ed responsible for what his brother did, but Tommy can't be held responsible, even though Tommy was actively defending his brother that was convicted. You know what I mean? It just
Sure,
doesn't all jive.
sure. That's what I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it sounds like Ed's brother. I don't know the man, but it sounds like he may not be the most like stand-up kind of person. That's fine, whatever. Um, but when you look at Tommy's brother, you actually have like court records and documents and an open case and convictions and even a recent violation, right, of his conditions. Like, so we don't know what he had on his phone, but it sounds like something was on his phone as recently as
Right.
like 2 weeks ago, right? So this is like an ongoing thing. And if you heard his original testimony, this guy presented himself as a fucking victim because he'd had such a fucking hard life growing up. Boo hoo. Boo hoo. Sorry, Jason Fellows. But when your brother, Tommy, catches people, he doesn't care about their background. He's like, sorry, it's the same thing. Doesn't matter, Just because you've been hurt doesn't mean you get to hurt other people. So fucking, take your own medicine. Hold your brother accountable. Be a man.
Right. Yeah, I like one of my brothers is not that kind of asshole, but he's an asshole nonetheless. And uh, I've been people have come at me because of shit that he did that I didn't even know he'd done. And there were times where I fucking paid people to, like some tools would come up missing. My brother happened to be there. You know what I mean? I fucking like I paid people just to get them to go away and stuff like that. Um, but it's just if my brother did something like that, there's no defending it. I'll be the first one to string him up on a pole.
Sure. Yeah. And you'd be the last to defend him, right?
Oh
And,
yeah,
and Tommy, even up until tonight, was defending his brother. And I'm like, bro, your brother is a documented, convicted, like, predator, chomo. Let's call it for. And Nunya is like, well, I don't. And Nunya wants to say, I don't know about your brother Tommy. I don't want to know about your brother Tommy. But you know what, Nunya? You sure as hell fucking cared about Ed's brother a lot. And so did you, Cap. Right? You
yeah,
cared about Ed's brother, and you still do. You still care about that. Why don't you look into Tommy's brother the same way that you look into Ed's brother? Right? Show some
right.
balls, Cap. And I think Nunya could do it too because she has bigger balls than Cap. Right? They're big and they're fucking hairy. That's what I've heard. Anyhow, um, I enjoyed your Blair Witch stream. Was it last night?
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I'm like, is this gonna be the last Bill Powell stream? I don't know.
I, I
You
didn't
were
know it
in
was
the
going to
thicket.
happen either.
Yeah.
Did you like seeing the dead things, or was that too much?
That's fine. I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't mind that. I think some people might have not liked it, but it was things die, right? and they and
Well,
they
I
die and they
mean,
die in fields.
yep, things happen to die in fields, meters apart for no apparent reason. It happens.
Right.
I guess we really don't know that they're dead. They could have just playing possum. Maybe, even though they were kind of bloated, maybe they were just really good at it.
No, you showed two different kinds of animals, and or maybe one or two of the same, but I think they both look pretty stiff.
Yeah. I might or might not happen to know that they died about one night apart.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It's that fucking fentanyl, man. They're trading with the cats for the catnip, and the catnip is some wild shit now. It's laced, and the possums can't handle it. They're not used to it, and then they kill over.
I never talk about my cats, but we have a cat. We have several cats, and one of them is the youngest cat that we have. Is a fucking he's a beast, and He's probably what, like 6 years old, 7 years old, and he we didn't introduce him to catnip until about 2 years ago. And
Mm.
now that he knows what it is, he's like a fucking crackhead. He'll find it in the cabinet and he'll bust into a bag, and like we'll wake up and the house is a mess and the bag is broken and shit's everywhere and he's a total mess. Like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, he got into the catnip. It's literally crack for cats.
It does. It fucks them up, and it can send them either way. It can make them really hyper and paranoid, or it can just make them chill and relax. But it grows wild out here, and we had a couple of warm days, and that stuff comes up really fast. So we had a little bit of that early cat crack, and
Yeah,
they've been getting into it here lately.
yeah,
It's funny though, because even the young, like when little fucker was, let's see, November, December, January, February, March. He was about 5 months old. He started getting into it, and it was obvious. It was funnier than hell.
yeah. Just look at the eyeballs, man. If their eyeballs are fully like opened and pupils dilated, they're in.
Yeah, I've traded them for some cocaine. The cocaine they really like it, but the catnip, I don't know. I just kind of act like I like it just to make them feel better. But it's really because I enjoy seeing them on coke. It's funny. Well, possums, as disgusting as they are actually a good thing to have around because they do eat a lot of like tick larvae and they eat a lot of nuisance bugs. But we have to we can't let them hang around here because they will also attack chickens and eggs and stuff like that. So that's why we have to get rid of them. Otherwise, I would just let them go.
Yeah, we don't have moles out here in the West Coast, but we have gophers, and they just
Oh
fucking
yeah,
tear up your fucking lawn.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we do have gophers around here, but not like out in Colorado. Like I don't know if they're still illegal to shoot, but some fucking bleeding heart liberal motherfuckers like, oh, they're too cute, you can't shoot them. So they made people stop shooting them, and so their population exploded like in 1 year.
Right,
And
right.
people were having to redo the foundations on their houses because the fucking gophers were just tearing them up. And like you look out across the hill, and there would be hundreds of thousands of the damn things. But don't shoot them.
Yeah, I've never had problems with possums. I mean, they're just like around, but they've never like possums have never like torn up a garden or anything like that. Raccoons, they've never torn up a garden, but they sometimes they'll like fuck up your trees or whatever, like jump around.
Well,
But
raccoons are real smart, man. Like they'll stack on top of each other to knock your trash can over, and like they know how to work locks.
yeah, no, yeah, they no, they not they work their fucking. They have hands. They can
Yeah,
like yeah manipulate shit. Yep, yep.
yeah, they are smart.
Oh, Meth Plaza's here. There you go.
What's up, Let's Close?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to say hello to people. Hold on, I'm a rude bastard. I got all shook up about something earlier, and I ain't been the same since. Hold on, let me go all the way back. Damn it, it keeps moving. What's going on, StreamYard? What's going on, Pulling the Strings? What's up, Pulling the Strings? What's going on, Janice Pearl? Hey, Nick Cook, what's up? Oh, what's up, Trust No One? I do believe I said hello to her. What's up, Locksmith? Sabby. Oh, gosh, I know I'm going to miss people. Cat Eyes, what's up? Hey, I hope you're, uh, like, I hope you stopped your live before I started mine. If I'd known you were still live, I wouldn't have done it. What's going on, FCC? Nice to see you. Kinda.
Yeah, I'm here trying to make my money back.
Well, throw out your cash app, man. I'll throw down $5 for you to gamble.
I don't even have a catch app. Let me if
What's up, Ronnie?
somebody can contact Cat Greed, maybe Cat Greed can get a fundraiser going for FCC to get me some gambling funds, 'cause she's good at that, right?
Yeah. What's up, Freya?
She's a neighborhood
What's up, Stalker?
fundraising queen, and I'm sure I'll get 100% of the funds
Oh,
with nothing
absolutely.
skimmed, off of the top or the bottom.
Absolutely. I tell you what, man, I don't mind helping people out if I know them, or at least somebody that I know can vouch for them, or somebody that I reasonably trust. But like last night, we dropped some people's cash apps. One of them was a friend of a friend, which is cool. But like wh- when that when that happens, this is why I need to remember to fucking take my Instagrams off of my homepage. Like people that you've never heard of before will hit you up, be like, "Hey, can you run me a stream from my dying cat or whatever?" And the answer is no. If I don't know you and I can't, like, if I could verify the story, and it was a good cause, I would still do it. But it's like people smell that blood in the water and they just fucking go to it.
Yeah, that's facts.
We need a dry report. Yeah, actually, I have um oh man, who was it? NTF? I don't know, somebody's fucking channel. Heard a little bit about some dryer issues. I know a little bit about dryers. I might be able to walk you through it. Like I'm not an expert, or oh, that'll be the next thing Telly says is, oh, Bill said he's an expert dryer salesman. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I fixed a few of them, and I might be able to help you if you can tell me what's wrong with it.
Did somebody hack Teller's flashlight device? So
Somebody
have
what?
somebody hacked Teller's flashlight?
Oh my,
Hmm.
that sucks because he probably uses it a lot.
I think he does. Yeah. So I hope he's okay. This guy, this
Creepy
guy
that
Teller,
Nunya was defending Jason Fellows. Like, defending him against what? I was just told that she uh, ripped his head off, more or less.
no, she was defending Jason Fellows.
Oh, Jason Fellow. Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
bad. My bad. I stand corrected. I was thinking Casey, and yeah, my bad. Yeah, you're right. Meth Claus. I was being informed about that earlier.
Yeah, that's creepy, man. I mean, for someone like Nunya who claims to be about the kids to be defending a convicted Chomo is troubling, right? And I think we need to like talk about it, and we should talk about it, because she was even as recent as tonight, she was dismissing it like it wasn't a big deal, right?
Yeah,
Uh, so why? I mean, my question is like, why is she protecting Tommy? That's my big question. Why?
we got to protect our catchers, even if they're big old dirt bags.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't get that. I just don't get that. And I think if
I don't
people
either,
are in
and
this community and they're catchers and they have brothers or sisters that are Registered sex offenders, they shouldn't be here, right? Period.
I
If they're
agree.
catching, right? Yeah. So I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out why Tommy gets a pass on that, and I'm waiting for somebody to give me a good answer. Right?
Well, I'll give you a good answer. Rules for me, but not
Oh
for thee, but not for me.
shit! I wasn't ready for that. I'm listening to
That's a good answer, isn't it? Isn't it a good answer that the rules for my
yeah.
family, the rules for my friends, the
Yep.
rules for my brother, sister, uh, don't apply to the rules that I want to apply to everyone else? From the guy that has caught 18 and 19 and 20-year-olds and put them on blast as chomos, and
Yeah.
they probably got doxxed and harassed. They probably got fired. They got a bunch of stuff happen to him, 18, 19, 20. And
Yep.
now all of a sudden he's had this change of heart for whatever reason that he doesn't catch 18, 19, 20 after catching a number of them.
Yeah.
Again, rules for thee, but not for me. Tommy and his family.
Rules for thaw, but not for thee. Right.
I don't know if you guys had a chance to listen to the thing, but it was unbelievable, some of the things that I heard tonight on Nunya's panel. It was shocking. It was not surprising if you understand sort of the gaslighting deflection that goes on. But I think it was eye-opening for a lot of people. It had to have been eye-opening for a lot of people. I have gotten, just back and forth with a couple people that I talk with regularly. And for some reason, they're still confused about the deflection, but I don't know why Nunya is protecting a registered sex offender. I don't know
Yeah.
why it's taken a year or 2 years or 3 years for Tommy to be challenged on his brother, and to defend his brother or attack his brother. We see these catchers routinely call family members all the time and get their reaction to
Right.
the offenses. And is this a classic case of a family member that we should smear? Tommy being the one protecting his RSO brother and taking offense to the word chomo. I don't I
Choma
don't
brother.
get it. I don't
Choma
get
brother.
it.
Yeah. 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 I think you call it's a great question. I mean, the question I have is like, why is Nunya protecting a prominent catcher in his community's brother who is a known and registered chomo? That's the question that everybody has to ask. She's now protecting. Nunya is a chomo protector, essentially, right? Is that a true statement?
It sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, she's protecting a chomo. That's crazy. But
Yeah.
it's Nunya. She's cool. Like my name's Laura. It's fine.
No,
People attack Nunya. It's okay. We're gonna be fine. Fuck that, man. She's been bad since day one, and it's gotten worse.
and
And
if you
now she's
see,
literally protecting people who have hurt children.
well, he's
And it,
protecting an RSO. I mean, you can't
yeah,
look at this.
it's
You cannot
terrible.
look at what's happening over what happened there tonight as anything but protecting an RSO. And if you saw what happened actually, and I pressed Jason Casey on this the other night, which was when he tried to bring up something, Nunya shut it down. I pressed him on, I think, my own panel and then maybe on Ed's panel about why he felt, why he was, positioned that way. And what do you know? They drag up old accusations, things that Tommy and many others have known for months, if not years. Sort of this, I got this as my trump card, my thought card, that I'm going to play it if you try to go there with me, which is simply to bring up the fact that there's a brother of a prominent catcher who is an RSO. He was not a minor when the crime took place, and continues to lie about that. Was facing, Thaw disclosed tonight, was facing life in prison. But $100,000 attorney and a loophole in the law allowed for a different subset of rules for those that have money, those that have connections, and a loophole. And
Yep.
I just wanted to come up and mention that. This is. I mean, people want to know, like, why don't I like this hypocrisy, this double standard, there's different rules for different folks, that some of these catchers can get away with obnoxious behavior. And by the way, a lot of these documents were sent to Predcatcher Drama. They never reported on any of this. A number of these issues related to Tommy's brother and Tommy's defense of his brother and deflection for his brother, which would be relevant. But this idea that do we only talk about registered sex offenders in this community that are a part of this community? This entire community is built around exposing registered sex offenders outside of this community,
Exactly.
confronting sex offenders outside of this community, catching sex offenders outside of this community,
We've
doxing
caught them
sex offenders.
inside the community too and run them out every other time.
Yeah, it's unreal. It's unreal to me what happened tonight. If anybody was watching it and saw
So,
the
so what do
events,
you, why, in your opinion, in your humble opinion, I would say Sam and Honest Bill too. Like, why is Nunya protecting? Why does Nunya protect pedophiles?
I don't know. I mean, I think that she protects people that are inside of her network. I think that she will protect those at all costs, no matter if they're predators or pedophiles, no matter if it requires her to lie or to dox. And so the psychology behind her desire to deflect and protect for some of these folks is just
But what is
repeat.
the what did she have to gain from it?
I
I
don't
mean,
exactly know. I guess the same thing.
listen, hold on. Children are being hurt. So you, at a certain point, you have to understand she's outweighing some kind of personal benefit at and on the other side, the hurt that children are feeling at the hands of these pedophiles that she's protecting. So what benefit is she gaining? Is it clout? Is it her YouTube channel? Is it her popularity?
I mean,
What is it? Because
I think
it's highly problematic. It's clear that it's becoming the Nunya cult. The Nunya Knights are clearly, kind of, it's pretty well documented now that they're protecting, chomos, at the same time that they pretend to be claiming that they're about protecting children. And I think, as recent as tonight, we've seen evidence that whatever comes out of her mouth, anything about protecting children is just fucking. There's no basis for it. There's no proof.
it's yeah. I'm floored. I am floored at knowing. I mean, already knowing what types of people these folks are and how decrepit they are. But uh, to see the level of deflection and the mental illness. I've always said there's a there's a level of mental illness that flows through. To see that live for my scabies. Live for my scabies said, what is it your business that a registered sex offender is a brother of a prominent catcher? It's none of your business. And that's the name of her channel, None Your Business. So she can get into everybody else's business. She can dox people. She can lie about people. She can deflect. But when you start asking these little preening questions, and really makes people uncomfortable, that, hey, credit to Jason Casey. I've had, I thought him been a little bit wobbly over the months that I've known him. But credit to him tonight to go up into the lion's den. And I see a lot of people behind the scenes that message me this stuff that are too weak and too cowardly to address it because they don't want to take the bullets. They don't want to take the bullets, so they don't mention it. And I know I could name a dozen of them or more that just don't want to deal with the backlash.
I've
Right.
I've gotten a bunch too. I've gotten a bunch too.
And you see what the backlash is. You see what the backlash is. Tonight, I pressed Jason on something the other night about the FFL situation. He cleared some stuff up. I still have some, as far as, I I've seen some other stuff about some of his claims, and I've thought he's been a little bit waffly and weak sometimes. But tonight he went up into the lion's den, and this was bubbling. Credit to him. Tommy then deflects, and he goes straight to personal. Tommy talks about his custody battle. Tommy goes after his divorce, saying that he's single, talking about his decoying practices, trying to slime him with a gay tag or whatever for talking sexual with predators, allegedly,
He
calling
did
him a
really.
pussy and bitch.
Yeah, I
And that
haven't even gone there yet.
and that he's
Oh
going,
my
he's
God.
gonna slap him, and he's going to fight him. And Jason didn't say anything about being personal attack. And as soon as Jason's sort of gone off this reservation, and this is why so many people are scared. This is why we got a lot of weakness around here, is because
Yeah.
what happens. What happened to Jason tonight is a perfect example of why people are scared. And I happen to have a spine, and boy is my spine pretty tough. And people and I get a little chuckle and a kick out of people that call me a pussy. I love it. And my clit running around. But what we saw from Jason tonight was a spine.
Well, you're kind of a
And
pussy for other reasons, but go ahead.
oh yeah.
One second, guys. Dominique, I will clear this floor if you want to come up and we can just talk about you.
We need to get
All right, guys, go ahead.
hashtag going. I stand with Jason Casey.
No, no.
No,
He might have done one thing right, but that motherfucker's a lying piece of shit otherwise.
and then yeah, and I have seen some things, things that were said, and but I will say tonight, in Jason's defense, he came up to my stream the other night, addressed some allegations that I had heard, cleared some things up, and put it out, and answered my questions sufficiently.
I thought so
And
too. I thought that was like respectful and honest. I felt good about that.
So I just want to say what we saw tonight. I hope a number of people recorded it. I mean, it should go down in the annals of the community
Ooh.
history.
Trigger word.
Thing is, though, it's happened before. Why? How was tonight any different than any of the other times that it's happened?
Well, no, I think tonight Tommy seemed to be willing to address it, whereas before, people have been blocked and cock blocked essentially from saying anything about it. This was the first time we got to see a window into Tommy's mindset when it came to his registered sex offender brother, and
his chomo brother.
That he had to. Well, yeah, and then there's like this thing, like I've never seen us deflect and call people who are RSOs. I've never seen us not call someone a chomo who is an RSO. So that's new for me. That was sort of like George Zimmerman. I've never seen a Latino person called a white Latin like they did. So I've never seen an RSO not called a chomo, but there's a new standard created every day. And I think this is the types of things when people say, and Ellie got up there, and then sort of he got dog walked again by Nunya, as he typically does. But he came up there all tough and puffing, and then he got blown back and came back up all sorry and meek. And hey, my God, I'm just trying to get some answers here. He got no answers at all. He didn't address anything to do with the shielding of an RSO, and he got dog walked by Nunya, who again proves her power over a lot of these supposed tough guys. And it is what it is. I think that it was very revealing tonight, and I encourage anybody to go before Nunya privates that stream.
Yeah,
go watch it.
You think she'll leave
100%.
it up?
That'll be. I'm sure she's trying to end that. That thing will be private before it's over.
If anybody has it handy, you can show it here. I don't give a fuck. They show my stuff all the time.
Yeah, maybe Damone. I'm sorry. Maybe the panel channel will put it up tomorrow.
Yeah,
right.
Or Predcatcher Drama, who got tipped off to these charges months ago, then shielded them and protected them and hid them. Yes, that's right. Predcatcher Drama shielding an RSO in the conglomerate of this community. So pretty shocking stuff. Pretty shocking stuff out there. And that's what I talk about when you don't know what you don't know, when you don't know people's motives, when people operate behind these anonymous operations in which they dig up information, but keep their motives and keep from the or they start altering screenshots
Yeah.
or anything like that, which is what they have done over there routinely.
Yeah.
And
I
done
think
some
I
bullshit
think it's
stuff.
pretty clear that, and it's sad. I think tonight was a clear example where Nunya was clearly defending and protecting a pedophile. But if you stand back and look at the big picture, um, it's highly likely that she is protecting a network of pedophiles that we may not know a lot about, but we will definitely find out about. So anybody in that network of the Nunyanites, be warned. Like the shit ain't good over there, and whatever you claim that your leader stands for, it ain't what she says.
Yeah,
So you think about that. That's some dangerous like whack shit, man.
but
It's sad.
shame on a lot of people in this community that have sit and watched for a year people get dragged and stuff. People like, LARP, who has dragged this guy named Gomez for allegedly defending someone from a years ago sex offense or something. And I don't know what that thing is, but like LARP like has been on this 5-year stint of trolling someone who was allegedly defending another person who was an RSO. And here you had, LARP in chat tonight listening to this and not saying a fucking word about or calling out the deflection for Tommy's brother. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. I almost choked on my pre-roll watching this whole thing transpire, that I can't smoke and don't know how to smoke. But watching the whole thing transpire tonight was, and to see the Trans Islander, and then they pushed around Pat Con Man. They always push around Con Man, who is fair. He's trolled me, trolled all of us. But he generally points out the shifts in narrative. Boy, it
Yeah.
was a doozy. It was one for the
Yeah. Lord
ages. It was
Lord
one for
Lord
the
Cook
ages.
Lord Cook, the Trans Islander, and LARP. They've all been part of some kind of like CPP ranch ritual after dark, which we don't want to go into now. But they're compromised, right? Tommy has like, I wouldn't say Tommy, but like the CPP ranch org has dirt on them, including video, all of them, and audio from in person and virtual activities that nobody wants to see. Why do you think Damone's got? Right. So when they want, they will exercise you. They will kick you out
Yeah.
when time has come. So
Well, no, and they'll do it, in the most obvious ways. So what happened to Jason tonight? They had this binder. Tommy pulled the Jason Casey file, and as soon as Jason started mentioning his brother and didn't come to kneel about it and stop talking about it, as soon as Jason sort of continued to talk about it, and I don't know why they were deflecting and saying that his brother's not in court. He was in court the other day. He's violated his probation. That's what they're talking about. That's why he's in court. So, and again, Tommy's downplaying the seriousness of these allegations when he disclosed tonight, family spent $100,000. Brother was facing, life sentence.
I didn't know he's facing life.
That's what Tommy said tonight.
Wow.
Yep.
And to downplay all of that, and you're telling me that was just a bad breakup? That's what Tommy terms this, as a bad breakup. It only was a problem after they broke up. That's how he defines the production of and dissemination of and sextorting a child, images of illegal images of a child. That's what
It was
he
And
calls a
fucking.
bad breakup.
he also told her he was in a
It was
gang
fucking
and killed
horrible.
babies and shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, just thought I'd pop up and say nothing seems to
surprise you anymore?
Nothing surprised me anymore, but tonight was a doozy. Surprised to see, very pleasantly surprised to see Jason Casey pop up there and defend himself. Surprised to see him take all those bullets that came his way. And not totally par for the course to bring up all this personal slime against Jason when he started to do this stuff. So it just shows that they attack the messenger, they deflect the message. They deflect for the message by attacking the messenger. And
Yeah.
and Jason has been a big supporter of Nunya, and I think he's kind of shocked at the conduct tonight. And I'm, Jason, if you're
Listen, bro.
Jason, if you're
They'll
out there,
they will shit on you on a heartbeat.
Mhm.
So don't trust Nunya, don't trust Tommy, any of them, because they will turn on you in a fucking heartbeat, like they did tonight on Jason. Right? For doing nothing.
Matt, have you not seen how many times Ed's addressed it? I mean, he's just sick of it by now. I don't blame him for not doing it anymore.
That's such a joke. I love Matt.
That is a joke.
At least that Tommy addresses it. Tommy hid it for a year. Case opened. Hey Matt, go look when this case opened. You won't because you're a pussy. But this case opened in February of 2021, Matt C. And that's about when Tommy started catching. Did he tell you, Matt C, that his brother had it? His brother was facing that? Isn't that a relevant thing that, hey, my brother's facing life in prison for CP and sex offenses against a child? Did he tell anybody about that? Did he tell you, Matt C? Did he tell that Discord? Did he tell the Gilded? Maybe he told Damone and PCD and that crew, the Nathan Berry types that deflected and shielded it. And it was, I think, people like Blonde Java dug in and found it and were persistent about it, and they were doxxed for it and harassed for it. Again, when do we dox people for looking up public information?
In all fairness, I want to offer the opportunity at Bill's approval to drop a link for Matt C to come up and have a conversation. But I would say if Matt C decides to come up, I would say he should probably put his day helmet on before he comes up.
Yeah, it's pinned. He can come up.
Yeah.
And it has in here, if they want to go on this, he's not in this community. Every sex offender that's caught here, every predator that's caught is not in this community. And yet we dox them, we confront them, we expose them, even when they're not prosecuted. This is a case that got prosecuted, went all the way to a conviction, and we can't talk about it. We can't talk about it to protect the predator, to protect the predator's brother. I mean, when did this occur here? I mean, it's like flipped on its head. I mean, the hypocrisy is astounding. It's astounding. And, people like Matt C are truly mentally ill. They're truly mentally ill. And,
hey, Bill.
I hope he gets some help.
Yeah, I don't get how they don't get certain things. I just, is it real? Do they really not see this shit? Or is it just the equivalent to putting your fingers in your ears and going, la, 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 la?
And we have seen time and time again, it is Tommy's reaction to, and he sort of drunkenly admitted to tonight, maybe I defend my brother because he's my brother. How many times has that guy put family members on blast who've been doxxed and slimed and said that they were in on it and part of this predator ring and that they were doing it too, when they slightly deviated from or having a little bit of doubt about the story that Tommy was presenting over the phone, when they didn't have a chance to look at the evidence, when they got a stranger calling them out of nowhere to say that their, person is a thing, that this whole idea, I mean, this must kill the idea of calling family members. What Tommy did tonight deflecting for his brother and what Nunya did deflecting for a registered sex offender kills the idea of calling family members to get their reaction, because tonight is a perfect example of what family members have done, even when the evidence hasn't even been given to them. In this case, Tommy's had access to this evidence. Nunya has access to this evidence. They all can look at it, but they don't even want to look at it. They don't even want to look at it.
Yeah. So, the big question is like, why is Nunya protecting a chomo? That's it. You know, like
Yeah,
why is
that
she
is a
doing that?
good question. We
That's
have
weird,
run
man.
we have
That's
caught
some
quite
weird
a
shit.
few.
Yeah.
We have caught a few within our own ranks, and
And
as swiftly as we could, gotten rid of them.
if she's looking up information for catchers, right? That she claims that she is, whatever, for free. At the same time protecting chomos, doesn't that put all of those cases at risk because she is a chomo protector?
Well,
And
that's what
and,
they
and no,
said about other people.
and people
Right.
totally miss that. LB brings up that point. I mean, they missed that whole hearing in which the whole family slimed the victim blamed a child again and again and again. Uh, Pretty bizarre stuff. And my issue is Tommy's reaction to it. That's my issue. So if Nunya wants to deflect for the RSO, if she wants to defend the RSO, that's her prerogative. But my concern is Tommy has never really been put on the spot to talk about it under this guise of, well, they're not in the community, so I don't have to talk about it. So basically, this idea that they put Chuckles through, this whole gamut because her father got caught by Alex, right? And they trolled her for a long time. And it's like, well, wait, why does she even have to? Her father wasn't a part of this community, so why was she under scrutiny? It's pretty bizarre.
And you know how Nunya knows about every single fucking thing in this community, right? In all of her
Mhm.
free time when she's not working, or maybe she's working and doing this at the same time. PatCon brings up a good point. Nunya says she doesn't know much about that case. That's hard to believe. In the case of Jason Fellows.
So she can look up.
I
Bill.
mean,
She can look up Bill Powell's
what
stuff. She
the
can look up
fuck?
my DUI.
Exactly.
She can look up Ed's stuff, but she can't look up a convicted RSO that we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying earlier. I don't know if you were listening at that point or not, but it doesn't matter what quote unquote side you're talking about. People get held accountable for what their brothers do way too much. But by the same token, if you're gonna hold somebody else accountable for what their brother does, when it happens back to you, you really shouldn't say shit about it. You know.
Well, what is the purpose of calling one's family member if they don't react a certain way? And could a family member tell Tommy the next time he has him call a family, fuck you. I don't have anything to do with that community. I'm not answering your questions. I mean, I could see the deflection operate perfectly for a family member that were like, you're a fucking stranger, dude. Where's the evidence? You're going to show me, you want me to make a judgment about my family member, my brother, based on what you tell me over the phone? And if I don't react a certain way and say, yeah, and I defend him or just be neutral or whatever, then I'm slimed too, and I get doxxed and harassed. I mean, again, that whole concept is dead then, Bill, of calling family members. If that's the position that we shouldn't hold someone accountable for, and it seems like when they call family members and friends, it's not to hold the predator accountable, it's to hold the family member accountable to come over to our side to agree that your brother or your son did something wrong. And if you don't agree with that, when we don't show you any evidence, and even if we do show you evidence and you still don't agree, like the fellow's family has had about the brother, it's like, no, we still think it was a con job. We still need to do all this stuff to deflect. It's the case was pretty strong here. It seems like there was produced CP that was disseminated, that was leverage, that was sextortion, and yada yada yada. So I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Yeah.
it was incredibly strong. There's no argument about
It was
that.
strong enough that he was facing life in prison, and it was strong
Hell
enough
yeah, dude.
that the
Hell yeah.
fellows camp had to write a check,
Yeah.
which could have easily gone to protecting kids. And how much could $100,000? How many decoy phones could that have bought?
Right.
How many
Exactly.
binders could that have caught? How many SIM cards could that have
How
gotten?
many
How many
SIM cards?
GoPros could that have gotten?
You know, how many feet of a 6-inch fence could that have purchased? Right. But I want to. We're looking at the chat here. I see a comment here from Bitch Richmond.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Kurt actually makes sense for a change, but go ahead.
he's saying I would like to recruit people to help me go against Nunya, but at the same time, I can't team up with Edvidian. So this is an interesting comment because what he's really saying here is he's promoting the idea of of binary thinking from a non-binary identifying person, which is interesting. So you can take that for what it's worth.
So the friend of my enemy is still my enemy's friend. It makes that much sense, right?
Well, you can
Yeah.
take that however you want to take it.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to, I saw you, I was listening. I was in shock. I don't know if anything could shock me anymore about this place. I was stunned to see the protection of a RSO and the deflection for one, and the continued sort of no breaking rank and the personal slime that was thrown at Jason. And the people like LARP and the people that The Trans Islander that have been pretty on a non-convicted RSO that non-charge. A LARP gives Sabby issues about her RSO husband or whatever, or ex-husband, whatever that was. I mean, LARP's like the number one, like he's harassing Gomez for something that was defended 5-10 years ago. And yet here's a case right on LARP's platter. The tough guy, LARP, the tough one, the tough guy. Cat caught his tongue. Like Bill, cat caught LARP's tongue, and you put that tongue on another cat of yours you sewed it on the belly, is where that cat LARP's tongue got caught, and you used a Swiss Army knife to put it on a foot.
Hey, speaking to the chat, Lord Cook, why don't you take Moby's dick out of your mouth and pull up on panel, have a conversation.
Yeah, I would love for these people to come up and defend an RSO. I would love it. I would defend the
They
case.
won't.
I love
They ain't
it.
got the balls, son. They won't do it where they're not protected by 5 other people.
Trans, come up and defend an RSO. Cuck, come up and defend an RSO with a real minor victim. Come on up. This is great. LARP, come on up. Don't let me scare you, LARP. My clit. Where's my disappearing clit?
Yeah, where's my clit? Come on. Where's Cap?
Not your
They're
clit, my
afraid.
clit. Not
Where's
your
Cap?
clit, my clit. That's my clit.
Where's Cap? And I know Sam, you have issues with TBS, but he put out a stream about a month ago of clips where Cap and Cat Greed and others were just going at Tommy so hard in the paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was so illuminating to see how quickly these people reposition themselves to flip flop from attacking Tommy for good reasons to somehow ending up, nestling within his bosom, right? Which is really fucking creepy, very creepy.
Yeah, and maybe
Like,
let me revise that.
How does that happen?
Maybe Lord Cuck finally cucked up and grew a pair and stopped simp. And maybe I did see a few comments which he was supportive of Conman's, Lonely Island over there. But yeah, I got some mods over there that were saying people and accounts that were bringing up issues about anything to do with Tommy or his brother was being banned or blocked. And so, Cuck has access to that to see who is being banned, what kind of comments were being blocked. I'm sure he won't share that, but the deflection is real, folks. The deflection was real, and I'm concerned that the deflection is for an RSO, and he can come out. Tommy going to come out dragging me, rather than, like I told Tommy from the beginning, to own it, to condemn his brother, and to say that the resources could have been spent on his thing, and his brother deserved what he got, and power to the victim, and all the support to the victim, that the fellow's family would provide some restitution, some of that stuff. If I heard that thing, no, he can come slicing and dicing tomorrow. He can come slicing and dicing tomorrow. And I'm prepared for it. I put up as I usually do. I put up my bullseye. You come and fire the bullseyes, but it doesn't change the facts. And the facts are
yeah. Go ahead. Let me ask you this, Sam. As a layman, a average working man, right, off the street, why do you think Nunya is protecting a known chomo?
I don't
Views.
know. I don't know. She is on such thin ice, and she has such weak support that Tele and company are her last. I mean, and you do not want Tele to be behind you in a knife fight. Even though he has proven to be her, she dogs walks him regularly, and she orders him around, and that's his queen. At some point, Tele has a smug, arrogant, ethical reputation to live up to. So the fact that she's on such thin ice within her entire channel and her entire thing, that she's got to go to this length, because it would be the end of her and her channel if she came out in agreement with that. We need to condemn an RSO. We need to expose RSOs. We need to talk about the case. We need to dox RSOs. It would be the end of her and her channel. So she's on such thin ice, in my opinion, that she can ill afford one mistake. She can't afford a mistake.
Yeah, like I said, views. That's all it is.
Yeah. Mitch, if you want to talk, why don't you hit the link?
The 2-second version, Bill. That was my 2-minute version. That was Bill's 2-second version.
No, Mitch, you can come up here. I don't know what the fuck you're on about, but you can come up here.
He's on a fucking menstrual cycle. Triggered again.
It's like, where is he going off on now? In Mitch
I don't
needs
know.
to, Mitch is Pat Conman? Conman is Mitch?
Nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe so. I could be wrong. I don't know. I wouldn't argue about it because I don't know that I'm wrong. But Pat Con has sent me some secret dick pics, whereas Mitch just flat out refuses. That's all I'm basing that on.
Over under of a 6-incher?
I cannot confirm or deny.
If I had to put my money on it, I'd say over a 6-inch.
It was respectable. I'll put it to you that way. But I mean, I wouldn't put money that it's not Mitch, but I just don't feel like it is. I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't want to interrupt you guys too any much longer. And I was up late the other night on panel till 4 a.m. So I'm going to peace out, and I'll be listening though. And I might be in chat for a bit. Bill, thanks always for letting me up. And thanks. I did hear you last night, and thanks. I did. Survivors Network did make you a contribution, and thanks for shouting us out. So.
Oh yes, absolutely. Anyway. Thank you.
Yeah, and Sam, before you go, if you could adjust your YouTube subscriber settings from like fucking 500 days to like 10 minutes, that'd be cool.
Okay, to let all the trolls and all the people that delete their accounts out of fear and cowardice to come back in and resubscribe. I would know.
I mean, I'm just saying, like I clicked on your shit and it was like, yeah, but like.
I hate to congratulate.
Labor Day, really? Labor Day?
It's an honor, though.
I hate to fucking chat.
I hate to congratulate myself, Bill, but it is on your channel, and it makes me proud to be on your channel to say this. But I hit 1,000 subs, and
nice.
I want to thank you for. And those are legitimate. And people accusing buying bananas. I put up a video recently that popped me over the 1,000 mark. Part 1 of 24 behind the scenes of the Florida catching trip, and that I could explode me to 10,000 potentially. But Bill, I'd like to acknowledge that you were the initial person that got me bumped up with a number of subscribers when we were on Florida, and I've hit 1,000,
Cool,
and I
man.
want to thank you, and I want to
And I'll talk.
congratulate.
I guess I'll talk with you around Thanksgiving then. All right.
Okay.
I'll be
Well,
getting
it's
another
not like we
bonus then,
can.
right?
You'll be getting that bonus. Of course you will. The sea monkeys will, though, Bill. I'll get it to the sea monkeys. Or do you want me to funnel it to your fake 501c3 Sea Monkey Foundation first?
It all goes to the same pocket. It doesn't matter. Well,
Okay.
same pair of pants,
The
different
dealer. It
pockets.
goes to the same deal. And FCC, it's not as if we don't hear you on panel, in chat, and elsewhere enough that not chatting in my channel will not be a detrimental to the community's cause. Okay. Just like if Telly wasn't able to operate one of his new panels he started, we could still find Telly with an L somewhere around there. So,
Oh yeah.
That's
Just
true.
look for the big shadow of the big L. You'll find him.
you guys have a good night, boys. Take
The
care.
shadow of the
Bye-bye.
big L.
All right, Sam, take it easy. Yeah, I don't know what's got Mitch so upset, but you're welcome to come up here, Mitch. I mean, pretty much. I mean, except for the usual ones I don't let on here. Most of you are welcome to come up if you'd like. Last night we had a great time, dude, and I ended up. I had twice as many. I had over 2,000 views when we ended last night, and there was very little drama in there. We killed some possums. We ran away from some rednecks. We did things like that. There wasn't very much drama, and had a pretty good time.
Yeah, you had good views yesterday.
Go to Ed's Pale comment. I'm not looking for jack shit. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I won't even. I shouldn't say won't, but it's rare that I will even go back through my own videos and look for anything. You know, even if I know it'll prove somebody's full of shit, I still won't do it most of the time. What is going on, brainless idiot? And that's what his account actually says. I'm not just saying that.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah,
Right.
you sound gay. Go ahead.
Am I as loud as these other guys? Because if we get in a fight, I notice that makes a difference in the optics on who's winning the fight. If I'm at that's one of the tactics these people use. They're at a 10 volume. I'm at a 7. I'm making way better points, but it sounds like they're winning because they're way louder.
No, Bill has you on a fem voice filter, so you're good.
Yes, you're good. You're good, man.
All right. So, okay. Here's what I'm gonna complain about something, and people are gonna complain that
Just say it, dude.
you're dragging on this drama for so long. But I'm only dragging it on because it has never been resolved. And Chrissy is in chat to this day maintaining she was in the right. So it's actually worth talking about, Bill, because I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you. I know we always don't get along, and I appreciate you having me, even though we don't get along. But I mean, even though we sometimes just have disagreements, so I
Well,
appreciate.
every once in a
Some people
while,
can't do
you
that.
do make points that I appreciate every once in a while. So
Cool. But this actually pertains to you because during the course of this storyline, Chrissy came on the Bill Powell show, and I believe was kind of a crucial. And I know I care way too much about this stuff, but this is but whatever. I follow the drama. I can't help it.
what's
Chrissy
bothering you,
says,
Mitch? Lay down on my couch here, and I'll shut the fuck up and let you talk. Go ahead.
okay, the Chrissy and Sabby fight. Sabby came on your show. Chrissy came on your show, Bill, and said what? She said Sabby doxed me.
Yes.
And you had based on a prior experience, I couldn't blame you for your response. You said I've had bad experiences with Sabby, so that sounds right. And I felt the same way. I've had bad experience with Sabby, me personally too. Uh, so it sounded right, but I feel that Chrissy, uh, you know, wasn't 100% honest with you. She was leading you to believe a certain narrative. And in all honesty, I ended up confronting Christy because she went out and accused Sabby of doxing with no evidence. Really, that's what it boiled down to. Right, Christy?
I
No.
thought she had evidence, though.
No evidence.
Okay, I'll let you speak and then I'll answer.
Go ahead, Christy.
No, finish.
I was done.
Because you
That's
didn't confront me. We were talking on your panel. Remember?
no unlocks panel.
And then afterwards I went to your panel the day after when you did like a 12-hour stream. You don't remember? And I'm the drunk one.
No, this is a. I think we're mixing up the timeline because you remember
No.
we have not spoken since that lock stream panel because the last I
Mm,
heard from you, you wrote in chat that you weren't going to talk to me anymore because you were mad. You said that I wasn't. Yeah, you were
no,
mad.
no, no.
You don't
Okay.
remember saying that? That you're done with Mitch because no,
No,
no, in chat.
no. I
Okay.
talked to you afterwards on your own panel. And we left that with, okay, that's fine,
Okay.
bye-bye. Mhm.
Okay. Well. Okay.
And I'm still saying that I have no proof, like proof that it was her. Okay. I'm still saying the same thing, but it's very suspicious again and again and again that the timing of how things happened and when I spoke out, everything stopped. Everything stopped till today.
So you're
Isn't it
maintaining that
weird?
you do believe that Sabby did dox you then?
Yes.
Still.
No, 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 no. She didn't. No, 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 no. Wait, hold on. My second last name, because in Mexico we have two last names, I don't even give a fuck about that. It started because she was having fun, uh, unblocking someone that was saying that I was gonna beat, who was it? Nanya's sister or something, and that I owed money to someone. I think it was Nanya's sister or Nanya, whatever, something related to them. And she was at the hospital, remember? And it was on locks where they were saying, or he, she, whatever, that troll was saying that I was asking for money and that I owed them money and they were gonna beat me up and blah blah blah. And she kept unbanning or unblocking that those comments. So that was on a Friday, and on a Monday because uh, that was when Toe passed away. On a Monday, Sam did his Sunday recap, whatever, but he did it on a Monday because of Toe. And that's where that I had called Sabia out by that time, and that's where my second last name was doxed.
Okay.
And I
Yes.
said it. I don't care about that. I don't care. But all the
No. But
timing has been very suspicious. And now that I'm reading
okay.
chat, that there's a screenshot that I don't know where it is. People know that I've been at least 10 days or 2 weeks in chats. It's the first time I panel in 2 weeks, um, because I've been trying to like regain myself. I'm going to the gym, I'm doing things and whatever, but I'm always gonna defend myself, okay, Mitch?
Okay.
Uh, and I didn't know she said that I was gonna SWAT PHI. I would never,
Okay, hold
I
on.
would never do that.
Okay, now that Christy's talking, it's jogging my memory on what happened.
Hmm.
Uh, s- Christy went on Sam's panel and said, "I've been doxxed, and there's only a very short list of people who know these this name, this personal information." And she said, "Well, one it's a very short list, and one of them is Sabby." They both, named her on Sam's stream as
Yes.
potentially being responsible
I
for the
said the
stocks.
four names and I can say it again.
But then it turned out, and that Christie's reason for saying that was because only that short list of people knew that information.
Hmm.
But that was incorrect because a lot of people knew that information because Christie has shown it on stream via her prescription that she showed on screen. So
No.
yes, that's the
Mm-mm.
actual Christy. You showed your prescription
Yes, I did show
on
it.
stream, on
Yes,
a
yes, I
public
did.
stream, and that
Hmm.
showed your three names. So at
But you know what Savvy
that
did?
point, it's public. So then for you to then go and name Sabby, that's
Yeah, I
irresponsible.
still
That's
think
all I
it
was
was
saying.
her. Yes, I still think it was her.
Okay, but somebody taking that information and passing it around to other people that might not even have seen it, I mean, that's wrong. That's the wrong thing to do too,
And again,
if that's what happened.
How
I'm
could
in
you blame
Mexico.
Sabby for something that you showed on stream that's literally out in the public? It could be
Because
anyone,
she
any one of
said
these
it.
trolls.
Wait, hold on, hold on. She said, and I hope she comes here. She said, "Well, it's public information because if you go to her Facebook and you go to information and you see her relatives or whatever, like who will do that?" She
Okay.
was my friend on Facebook. So that didn't come from my prescription. It came like she killed herself there. Okay? So they found out my last second name because of my mother. And that's not okay. And she said it. And people here know.
Um, you
So yeah,
actually you published the information in public on a live stream. It could be anyone. So how could you go and blame Sabby? It could be
because
anyone.
you have to be my friend on Facebook to see those things. And I
No,
don't
you
know
showed
a lot of people.
Christy. You showed it on stream.
Oh
You
yeah,
showed
but
your.
that was, yes, hold on, wait. But that was like
Christy,
almost 2 years ago.
I love you, bro.
Ryan's. I remember that on Ryan's.
You know you can
Yeah.
hear me.
So you showed those three names.
David, I'm dying to hear what you have to say. You
Bill,
left
do
us
you get
hanging
what I'm
last night
saying?
with some news, and I'll let you. Yeah, I do get what you're saying, Mitch. But if somebody, if some information was accidentally shown, and somebody just because it's already out there, that doesn't make it right for somebody else to take it and show it to other people that might not have
No,
seen it.
no, but Christy, all Christy saw was some sock account showing her three names, and she automatically went on Sam's to accuse her. She said,
No.
it's because
Sorry,
only a
Mitch. It was not my three names. Do you want me to say what it said? It
no,
said,
no, no, no. You don't have
yes,
to.
Miss Overly. It was not my three names. Oh, they just wrote, or he, she, whatever, wrote
But
my
Christy,
second last name, not three.
it was a name that you had already showed to the public, right? On a stream.
Yes. Hmm.
Do you hear that, Bill?
Yes.
Yes,
Again, I'm going with the timing. Friday, that happened, and Monday on Sam's, that happened. And then after I called her out, nothing has happened. Weird, right? Yeah, and again, I have no proof, but I still believe it was her because I know her. And I'm not going to
That's
go into details.
okay, fine. I mean, that's a difference of opinion, I guess. To me, it's
Yeah.
so wrong to go and
No,
accuse someone
I'm
of
going to
that
stand what
with no
with what I
information, with
believe.
no proof. when you
Hi,
already
David.
showed that, when you already showed the
There,
information to the
there's
public.
there's a difference between no proof and when you're trying to explain it to like a jury that has no prior knowledge of anybody. That's different. But there is a difference between no proof and somebody you know and you know how they behave and like you know who had access to certain information. That's different than no proof. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying one way or the other who did what. I'm just saying in general. Like if you, there's a lot of times like where your gut feeling like you know somebody did something, but you can't prove it. You know what I mean? But you know it.
Exactly. Thank you, Bill. hmm I haven't changed my story for like 3 months. So why again? Let it go, Mitch. I let it go. She has let it go. I think it's fine.
Let it go. I mean, that's easy for
Mitch,
you to say. You're
I
the one who falsely accused someone of doxing.
I didn't
I do have
falsely accuse her. I'm saying that's what I feel. Period.
I do want to ask you, Mitch, why is this issue so important to you when there's like so much other shit like this that goes on?
I don't remember. I mean, we could talk about some of the other shit, that foul shit that goes on too. I'm all for that. But
No, it's I'm just saying that why is this specific issue stuck in your head?
mm, because Chrissy messaged, Chrissy tagged me in chat and said, I don't know, something obnoxious.
That you're an attention seeker? Yes.
Yeah, so I don't. So I was like, okay, fine. Let's talk about that thing that never got resolved, and Bill's part of that too.
It's not gonna get resolved because I have no proof. I still feel what I feel. Can we move on?
But you falsely accused her of doxing. There's no
That's
proof
your
that she
opinion.
doxed.
That's your opinion.
You you
Jesus Christ.
you published some information about yourself, and then some sock account came into chat with that information, and you accused Sabby. That's just wrong. That's not.
Well,
That's just wrong. That's
can
not
you
enough.
prove it was a false accusation, Mitch?
Can you prove it was a false accusation? You just
Yeah,
need more. You just need more than that to accuse someone. Come on, you do.
May I interrupt? Sabi is a grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
Sabi.
exactly.
Come on.
What is that
I'm
supposed to
gonna
mean?
read. Wait, I'm gonna.
All right, David, you kind of gave us blue balls last night. You said you had this information, this news you wanted to give us, and then you fucking disappeared. I've actually been wondering about that about every hour on the hour. So what is it, man? What is it you want to tell us?
Okay, this is gonna get very nasty. Okay.
All right.
My brother was caught with child porn on his phone. My youngest brother.
Mm,
I think it's important that you guys know this before everybody finds out.
okay.
He's been at it for 5 goddamn years. About the same time I came onto where we are now. If you can keep, if you can understand me, I'm trying to be respectful,
Transparent.
transparent. Thank you, sir. But it's all over YouTube. Google Richard Cox. That's my brother. You will see he's everywhere. Um, I have a guy called Riker. I have another guy called Lay Geno. YouTube characters who are trolling my ass and putting it everywhere. But as
I've
I
heard about
say,
this. They were
it's
trying to
my
say it
brother.
was you, right?
Yes, they're trying to say I'm the P, but I showed ID, and they keep on attacking me, saying we want to see your history, your criminal history. which I tried to do, but the police will not let me do because I have multiple felonies across different sectors of the world, and I have a warrant, so the police will not let me show my criminal history to show I am not a pedophile. There you go. And I'm so goddamn angry. I am.
But I
I'm
don't
just
blame you,
coming
man.
out. I'm dropping out of the community. I'm done. I already told Nanya business. I told Tommy. Everybody knows. So I'm just letting you know. Okay, dude.
Well, is it somebody? Is anybody from this community giving you a hard time about that, or is it from outside the
Actually,
community?
this is a very sick thing. I'm not. I have support. Everybody believes because I did nothing wrong in the first place. But before I had to make my case, my bloody subscriber list went up crazy. So people seem to like pedophiles in this sector. Okay, because most of you guys are pedophiles. You understand this?
What?
I'm not calling you pedophiles. I'm just saying a lot of people that watch this are pedophiles. We're going probably 30% are probably pedophiles.
There,
Probably fifty
we've
percent.
caught them in here before. They study us and they get off on
Yes.
commingling with us, and yeah.
Thank you. I'm just angry, man. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to state my case before I'm out of here because I can't do this anymore.
Uh, I I don't like I don't blame you, man. And maybe your subscriber count part of it. I'm sure that there are pedos watching us right now. In fact, we can pretty much guarantee there are.
Yes,
But
exactly.
maybe your subscriber count was going up just because people know you and they're just kind of being nosy and poking around. It
Hopefully,
sucks that
hopefully.
you're getting the heat for something your brother did. That happens way too much. Like I said that earlier. Um,
But the problem is, I knew this 4 years ago before I even entered any community, just to see, um, just looking for answers. But he got convicted 3 months ago. It's in the paper. It's everywhere. Just check out Not Lay Geno. He is on the YouTube. He's the guy who dropped this. My brother got 2.5 years suspended sentence, which is a joke. He should be dead. My own brother. Man, I don't even know where he is. I actually do know where he is. That's a lie. But if I actually knew exactly, could pinpoint where he is, I have another brother. He would kill him stone dead. Absolutely. He'd bury him alive. And this
yeah.
is the ripple effect. This is actually real. The ripple effect. My God.
Look, man, you're not.
You have
Nobody is required to tell their life story when they enter this so-called community. You're
Well,
not you're not a catcher. You're not lying about it, trying to cover it up.
I
Um,
feel like it was required. I'm sorry, Bill. Or
no,
I
I'm just
understand.
saying I don't think it's. I don't feel like it's necessary for you to leave. You're not trying to cover it up. You're not certainly not defending him. You know what I mean?
No,
And
I'm not
I
defending him. If I could catch him, I would break his spine. And
right.
I don't mean to be. I'm trying to be good here, but oh my God, I never seen this coming, man. I'm still in shock.
I'll
no,
bet.
no, you have done nothing wrong. I've heard you said this before, and you're not your brother. Okay? And we like you. You've been here a long time. I
I
like you.
know. That's the problem. I've been here a long time. I have to explain what happened. I don't want to just run away and people think I'm the bad guy. You understand me? Christy.
No, you don't have to go away.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I do not want to go away and say nothing. I have to explain myself because, as you say, Christy, I've been around this community a long time. This, this just came at me sideways. I did not expect this. So
Yeah.
I need to speak about it to you guys because you're the most important people in the community. If you can understand what I'm saying, Christy.
Yes.
Yeah. I just don't.
Mm.
I don't. I understand. I understand your aggravation and having people come at you for something that your fucking brother did. That I get it. I would fucking. I would. I know exactly where I would put my brother if he did something like that. I just. I don't think it's right that you feel like you have to leave this so-called community when like you're not defending the guy. You're not responsible for what your brother does. You're not trying to. I wouldn't have known if you hadn't told me. You know, I know that there was motherfuckers trying to say it was you and shit, but I wouldn't even have known that, about that if you hadn't told me. You know, so it's not like it's not even it's not you. You know, and it's not like we found out some shit. You know, because somebody tipped us off, which has happened before. Um, and like you haven't lied about anything. You know, I don't feel like you, you have to leave the community. You know. And I'd be the
Well,
first to tell you if I thought you should.
I think so. Oh shit. Okay, problems with my phone. I got my phone left. I have to. According to none of your business, I'm done. I'm out of here.
Oh fuck
Um,
her, she's nobody but a mouth,
I
man.
know. I already explained myself there. That's done.
She's over
Tommy,
there protecting another pe-
adios. And who
brother's
the fuck
pedo.
else
So
we got in this place?
all right, man. Well, I'll
I
hang on to
better
your
say.
name tag, and you can have it back anytime.
I better say no more, dude. I apologize. I'm just angry. That's all.
All right, dude. Yeah, fuck what Nanya says. She's nobody. She doesn't
No,
make any decisions. You know,
she's okay now. She understands. She had misinformation.
which happens a lot around here.
I know, dude. I know. I appreciate for you letting me state my case. Honestly, God, you.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hope you change your mind, dude. I hate to see you. I know it's just internet friends, whatever, but uh, sometimes people get isolated when they don't really need to be. You know what I mean? And this has been. I mean, I don't know exactly how many hours a week you spend on this shit, but it's significant. You know what I mean? And I just sometimes people get isolated when they don't need to be. You know, and sometimes it's better for. It'd probably be better for all of us if we all left. You know what I mean? But um, I just hate to see you isolated over bullshit that you don't need to be isolated for, you know. And it looks like you're getting a lot of support out of the chat. I haven't seen anybody say anything bad about you.
Yes, because I did nothing wrong. Excuse me. I did nothing wrong. I've been, as you say, I haven't slept in probably 2 weeks defending all this bullshit. And I
Yeah,
keep the fire burning, baby. I have a contemporaneous log. You understand what that is?
yeah,
Yeah, dude. That's what the that's what the police told me to do. I shouldn't even be talking to you guys, but I don't think the police even give a shit. It's called the Gardaí over in this country.
Can I say
well,
something,
I
You
please?
won't
can
tell
say
anybody.
whatever you need to say. Just let me stop talking.
Okay, finish.
Why are you not allowed to talk to us?
Who?
I
You.
have been to the police station, okay, and they told me. I told them what happened. I said my brother, the paedophile, he's a paedophile. Whatever he was doing, he's a paedophile. I don't care if it's images or whatever. In my book, he's a paedophile. And I'm getting called a paedophile online. How do I stop this?
They said
So,
stop talking to us. Okay.
no, he says keep a contemporaneous log if you're going to go online, which I am now. And the police said to me, anybody who interacts with you is in trouble, like all you guys
No.
here.
Wait. So
Yes,
by me interacting with you, I got to go in your log.
I'm gonna take a
no.
picture.
I wouldn't
Take a
mind
screenshot,
a free
guys.
trip to
I'll show
Ireland if I'm being
all
honest.
the. Take a screenshot of yourself because we're all going down, including
No.
me.
Now I'm
No,
taking a
honestly,
picture of a comment.
what comment? Okay, I'm sorry.
Krusty, people in hell want
But
ice water. I'm not going on panel and doxing my mother because you are a delicious cunt. She didn't mean delicious.
my mother.
Now hold this L. Thank you, Sabi, for your help. I don't give a fuck. Think like whatever you have to say, Gabby. I'm not gonna swat your mother. And thank you. I thank you, Gabby, for confirming that Savvy is helping
Gabby.
you because she's doing the revenge thing because I called her out because I think she was the one that doxed me. So now she's saying things about me. Think. What have I done to anyone else? Nothing. So yeah,
Nothing.
believe whatever you want to. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I
You
think I
never
think
do
Don't.
nothing.
Gabby's just jealous. But I will say,
Gabby.
Christy, can you please put some clothes on because you're making some of these men on the panel uncomfortable.
I have a bra, I have a dress, and it's hot here. I'm in Mexico.
Hmm. Oh
I'm
my
not gonna
God,
lie,
girl.
squirrel popped in my head a couple of times.
Oh, thank you.
I think
Oh, God, dang, I
Mitch
need
is
a free
feeling a little
man in my
uncomfortable.
life.
But if I get swatted, Savvy, and I get the blame, you're gonna pay for it, okay? Savvy, you're gonna pay
Sabi,
for it. And please clip this, people, because I'm not in the USA. I have no idea where PHI lives, okay? So if she gets swatted, I'm going after Savvy. Yes, clip it.
Well, let's let
oh,
David finish
Wow.
his thing, and then we can move on. One catastrophe at a time. David,
it's
is there
okay.
anything else you wanted to say, man? I mean, I don't want you to leave, dude, because I don't think you should have
I'm
to.
not gonna
Because
leave, dude. I'm not gonna. I don't think I should leave. You're correct.
all right, cool.
But it's public information. Just Google my brother. You'll see his face. Richard Cox. Richard Cox.
All right, man.
That's it. I won't
So
say any more.
your brother's name is Dick Cox.
Yes.
Mm,
For
Dick.
fuck's sake, man.
I know, isn't it so disgusting that
Oh,
you could not even write this stuff. This stuff was absolutely disgusting.
Dick
You know,
Cox.
yes, Dick, Dick, Dick Ritchie Cox. It's
Holy
absolutely,
shit.
you could not write this shit if you believe, I know, man, come on. You could not even write this. Oh.
all right, dude. Well, like I said, I didn't see anybody in here saying anything negative towards you. It was all people telling you shouldn't have to leave or whatever. So,
Yeah,
uh,
please don't
I mean,
go.
you're always
Yeah,
welcome here, dude.
you've been very transparent, way more
I
transparent than
have to
other
be,
people.
dude. I
So
have to be transparent because I cannot lie. I have to. I don't want to. I don't want to lie to you guys. I want to be. I want to be real.
Yeah.
Because I've
You're
been
good,
around
man.
so
You're
long.
good. You're good.
Cheers, dude.
Andrea
Or
D, boy, are you a sight for fresh air. Or a breath for sore eyes, however you're supposed to say that.
I need some food. I need some. I need some everything.
Hey, FCC, are you there? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
FCC, you were gone for a while. Maybe you answered this already, but were you just taking a break, or
Yeah, I answered it, and yes, I was taking a break.
was there
He, he was having his colon resized.
a? All right, fine. Okay, enough said. No, well, it's kind of awkward actually, just to see FCC appear again, without any explanation.
I was campaigning for Trump in Alabama, but I'm back
Okay,
in California now.
dude. All right. Well, the way I remember it is that Clown Force made these accusations against you. People were kind of mean to you. They bullied you, and then that was
No, you got it wrong. I I I said things about Klein Force that happened. They were not accusations. That's what happened.
and those things with that Clown Force sent you creepy underage pictures in DM.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Weird shit, man.
Bill, do you believe that? Christy, do you believe that?
Weird shit. Weird
I do
shit.
I,
not.
I know he did it. I heard him say it, and I was the first to come out and say that I don't care for Clown Forest now because he paints on two faces, but he's never sent me anything weird. And I said that FCC should apologize, admit that it was bullshit, and move on.
I'm not gonna apologize for something that
Yeah,
happened. So yeah.
I did that. I
FCC.
fell. I fell and I responded to your like months ago things. FCC just don't answer.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Are you his lawyer? What do you mean don't answer? This
Christy
It's
is
is
not
is
worth it. It's
Christy
not worth
Christy
it.
Christy is my gay lawyer husband in Mexico.
why not just be honest? Like,
Mafia
dude,
lawyer. Okay,
Yeah.
please.
Cartel lawyer.
Christy. Wait. Christy, that's actually bad advice here because we're trying to help him. You think Bill you don't think Bill has FCC's best interest in mind? That's what you're saying here.
I don't need your help, Mitch.
Whoa, why, why would you say I have his best? FCC tried to cancel me.
It's
I
not
did.
okay.
I canceled Bill for like I would say probably upwards of 20 minutes about a year ago.
And I
Okay,
haven't forgot it.
does anyone on this panel actually like each other, or
No.
I'm not up to date.
What we do
No.
understand is that you do not come on panels with good intentions. So that's where we all follow along.
I
So
think where that
continue, Mitch.
perception comes from,
Continue.
you, I feel like I keep getting accused of stirring shit up, but I'm bringing
No,
things
you
up that I
don't. You
feel
never do.
I feel like I'm bringing things up that are left unresolved, and of course, everyone is
Bringing up
tired of.
things that are unresolved. What do you feel, Mitch, about Nunya protecting Chomo?
Dude, I'm down to talk some shit about Nunya, but at the same time, I can't be hanging out and doing that with Edvidians. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What does
because
that mean? What does that mean? You're here. So does that make you an Nvidian?
no, but to if I like, if I was like, if I'm roasting Nunya with someone who fully supports Ed, it kind of discredits me.
So you're either afraid to be seen associating with certain people, or you won't associate with certain people that you don't like to get the truth out.
It is a complicated political game that I'm trying to navigate just like everyone else.
No, it's not complicated. It just makes you a bitch.
What?
No one's trying to navigate anything. Yeah.
Come on, guys. Like, FCC accused this guy Clown Force of something very serious in a pred catching adjacent
I
community.
didn't accuse him.
Then he
I didn't.
disappeared for a couple weeks. He comes back. It's a perfect time to wipe the
No,
slate
I didn't
clean
accuse.
and
I didn't accuse
say
Conforce of
and say
anything.
my bad on
I,
that one. But instead, he's doubling down, and this is the
I
thing that all of his friends canceled him for. But go ahead,
listen,
FCC.
listen. I didn't accuse
Clown
Conforce of
Force,
anything.
man.
I said exactly what happened, and that's different, right? And
I
so
don't believe this.
you can take it for what you want, but even as recently as like last week, and Conforce came into a chat on NTF's panel and said some wild shit before he got blocked on NTF's, saying something to the effect that NTF or that TBS or I raped somebody. So Conforce said that I raped somebody. If you want to see the screenshot for that, I'll show it to you. But I don't think you want to see it because it's quite nasty. So
Bill
Clown
Bill
Force is
Effing's
clearly unhinged. And so it is what it is, man.
okay.
I
It's almost
talk
at this
about
point. You can't keep the accusation straight. This guy's accusing this guy of sending underage pics. This person's brother is a pedo. This person's brother is folding over like an armadillo to make Texas
Is the brother
proud.
is the brother of Clown Force a pedo? Do you have a brother?
No, I'm saying these accusations that are
Oh, sorry.
flying amongst the community. Bill, is it getting worse, or was it always this much of a shit show?
Oh no, it's much worse than it was like even
mushrooms.
like a
I
year ago.
agree.
It's way worse now than it used to be.
What about Clown Force? What happened with Clown Force? I don't believe this one.
FCC,
Yeah,
this
well,
guy accused him.
he's sending out like creepy ass fucking links.
What the
And that's
hell is going? Oh, I don't believe this.
exactly,
Wait, David. Wait a
Exactly,
second.
David.
Hold on, David. Most people don't believe
Shit's
FCC when he
weird
says that.
and
David,
it's
just so
I
you
creepy.
know.
don't know. I don't know anymore, man. I think this community is
It's
out.
gone to
Sorry,
shit,
David.
man. It's gone to shit,
David,
David.
Oh my
David, I know you
god.
explained to all of us that you're in a vulnerable position, and then FCC just told you something as if it was fact, but it is actually very much not proven. So FCC, why are you doing this shit, dude? What the
Why
fuck?
am I doing what?
This campaign to like ruin Clown Force's name with no evidence.
There's no campaign.
All
No
right,
campaign.
if you
It's
say
truth,
so.
man.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah.
What?
Why don't you ask whoever why don't you ask Vic why he docks Clown Force, right? Because Clown Force is not a person with integrity.
I want all of the
Therefore,
foul shit to stop, including accusing people.
listen. Yeah, but if somebody has so much negativity coming towards them,
Trust me, right?
question that person,
Okay,
right?
did you contact the authorities about this?
About what?
If he sent you underage content,
I never said underage. That's your words, man, and that's weird.
so if they weren't underage, what were they?
I said creepy.
But it was from adults?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
dude,
Clown Force.
All
there
right,
are
hold the
creepy
fort.
adults
Stop
around here
Yeah,
there.
too, man.
yeah,
Stop there. We need to hear
yeah.
from Bill Powell.
I think
At
Clown
this
Force is
point,
an
Bill
adult.
Powell. Okay, now you've just
Clown
lost
Force
Bill
was sent.
Powell, am I
Clown
right?
Force. Listen. Clown Force sent me multiple links and images via my original IG chat that
Okay.
contained images of individuals that I felt were younger than was comfortable with, and I've said nothing less or nothing more than that. And people have sent me other weird shit, and I just blocked them, and that's what I did. That's what I did with him back then,
Oh
over a year
man.
ago. Over a year
No.
ago.
No. If this
Over
was
a year
originally
ago.
if this were originally what you said, it wouldn't even be a controversy. You're changing it, man.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
You
not.
There was a reason he was
No.
hugely offended because you specifically accused him of had to do with minors. And
Yeah.
you're saying
Yeah. No. No.
no,
No.
I
No.
never said minors. You said it was younger than I'm comfortable with. That's a big
Yeah.
difference between that and
No.
minors. Younger
No.
than
I
you're
mean,
comfortable with could be
I
25.
well,
Down
I think
for
you know what I mean, Mitch. I think you know what
jump up
I
there.
mean.
So now you're here
Yeah,
and saying
you don't
that
want to go there.
you're here right now saying that you never once thought that Clown Force was sending you anything that included anything
I never
that
said
wasn't
anything
between two
illegal.
adults,
Nothing illegal.
but it was always between two adults. You never thought otherwise, right?
I never said anything about like between people. I just said images.
Okay, we're going to compare this to these clips are going to be easy to bring up. The panel channel's back,
It's
and
great. It's great. Let's do it.
just know you're being.
Let's do it.
I'm a
Let's all
dog.
do it.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Hey, LB.
Hi. So
What's up, Obi?
FCC did, if I remember correctly, didn't this start with them making accusations against you? And Clown
Um.
kept repeating shit in the chat, and then you turned it around on him.
Yeah. Well. Yes.
I'm
LB
pretty
is
sure
correct.
that's how this
No.
started.
LB is correct. Yeah. So.
Right.
So this
So
is kind of how.
let's keep it 100 of where this came from. This wasn't out of
Yeah.
the blue.
Yeah.
The FCC went
Yeah.
after Clown.
Let's keep
They
it
made
real.
some shit up about him. Clown kept
Mm.
saying it in the chats, and then he
Yeah.
just turned it around on him. Now I don't
Yeah.
know if
So.
there actually is anything
Well,
behind it, but I do remember that's where this started.
yeah. And there are things that I know and we all know about people. And then when people come at us or me or you or them, at a certain point, if they don't stop, people are like, yo, boom, there it is,
Well,
So
I don't think I'm not even gonna go there. I don't think
okay,
what they were saying about you was legitimate. I don't think what you're saying is legitimate. Maybe it is, but the way people are receiving it is not legitimate. Let me put it that way.
yeah,
You
I
might
think
have got something you think is weird.
people were saying that I was in some other like YouTube chats talking with young kids, right? And
Right.
and that
And
got started by
that
that got
kept
started
getting
by
brought
Nunya,
up. That kept getting
right?
brought up and thrown in your face, and then you
Yeah.
just kind of turned it around on Clown one day, and then all of a sudden it was fuck
Well,
FCC.
Okay.
listen. It like I know a lot of shit about a lot of different people, and if I know that somebody's making shit up about me, and I know something about you, I'm gonna fucking drop the hammer, and that's what I did on Clown. I'm like, bitch, you're feeding into some lies about me, and I know some shit that you like
Clown is
did to
saying
me.
he never spoke on you getting accused of talking kids. Am
Yeah,
I
right. Yeah,
mistaken?
right.
I
Come
was gonna
on
say
now.
I'm almost positive I remember him trying to clown you on
Yeah.
that shit.
No, he was
And,
all
it,
in the
and you
mix.
might have thought it was a joke or funny, but I mean nobody thinks that shit's funny.
It's not funny until the shit gets thrown back in your face, But
Right.
yes,
Yeah,
you are correct.
that's how I remember shit going down.
You
Exactly.
thank you. You are correct, LB. That's right. So like fuck around, find out,
Okay. I see. I wasn't. You didn't even tell me that, FCC, when I was going at you. I didn't know that Clown Force had said similar shit, and you just like you're both. None of it's right, but so Clown Force said some similar stuff about you. You said some similar stuff back.
I don't think Clown
I,
Force
I
started that. I think
The
other people started the
Clown Force didn't.
accusation,
Okay.
I don't
and it.
listen. I don't control anything that people say about me. I only can own what I say about other people, and that's what happened. I only know what I know. They want to make shit up about me. They can do it all fucking day,
Well,
But I
the only
but I
reason it
but
got
but I
thrown,
but I know what I know, right?
the only reason it got turned into this really big thing against FCC is because there's a that's how people react on that
Things
side.
are going to change.
Nobody went after them when they attacked FCC, but when it got turned around, everybody on that side went after FCC,
Wow.
and it became this huge thing.
I can't believe LB is fucking coming is doing this right now. This is crazy. But you're yeah, and I mean, I'm saying like you're helping me to understand the context of what happened. So yeah, you're 100% right. I'm more like in the moment, but like what you're laying out is exactly the truth, you know. And like they were making hella shit up about me, and I just pushed back and said like, "Yo, dude, this is what I know that you did to me. What you said to me. You know, I never said anything about Nunya or anybody else or Laura or fucking Damone or anybody else. But yeah, they were making some big story up about me that I was like talking to young kids and
I
some
have a
fucking
documentary made about me,
yeah
so
some shit.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
what are you talking about? They made you want to make
Can
some
I
shit
say
up about
something?
people? You want to make some
Riker,
shit up about me? I will come after
come
you.
on. This is
Can I
where
have
I am.
2 minutes? Two minutes.
I'm
Because I'm
sorry.
reading chat, FCC
Can you
and LB. I'm sorry.
can you put some clothes on, Christy, please?
Shut up, FCC. I have clothes
Leave
on.
Christy alone. Jesus fucking
No,
Christ.
don't. You
He
don't have to
choked
put
me.
clothes on. You don't.
Okay, so
No, my.
Savvy wanted to okay, now I
No, I'm
understand
only being
what
real. I like
Savvy.
Christy. Christy
No,
is cool.
and that's on you, Savvy, okay? Now I understand what you're doing.
It's
Okay,
the Daisy.
so I was not gonna get PHI swatted because when what she's talking about now happened when PHI was on the road. I don't know where, I don't even remember. And thank you, Savvy. Junie's here, and a lot of
I'm sorry,
people that were and are.
Christy, can you explain what you're talking about? Because you
Yeah, I have no
pivoted.
idea what you're
Yes,
talking
I'm
about
gonna.
either.
Yeah,
I
so
Savvy is saying, was saying, I just read the screenshot where she wrote in a chat that me was gonna get PHI swatted. Okay. So, okay, Savvy, you want me to go there? I'm going there. There's a group chat, everyone knows. Okay. LB knows, everyone knows.
I've
Uh,
never been in a group chat. Don't say LB knows. I've never
yeah,
been invited to a
no,
group chat.
because we talk about it. No, you're
I'm
not,
not in
no
those damn
one
group
here.
chats.
Exactly.
Y'all
No
don't
one
like
here
me like that.
is on that group chat. Okay, to make it clear.
It's not funny.
Yes, Juniper, Savvy was taking screenshots from the group. Exactly, Junie. So when PHI was driving, what was it, 3 or 4 months ago, when she was flipping out, crying and yelling, we were um, concerned because she was like streaming live and driving and like having a panic attack. And it's been said on panels. And it was not only me, there were other people involved, Savvy, that I'm not gonna get involved. If you want to do it, do it. But you wanted to get revenge on me, that's fine. So we were trying, including me, to get her off the road, not her house. I don't know where she lives. I don't care about that. We were trying to get her calm and protected because she was not okay. Sabby, that's what happened because she was not doing okay. And she has said, PHI has said it, that she was not going through good times. So fuck you. We were trying to do something good for PHI. Okay. And that was like 3 months ago. Junie can write it. Angela can say that. And because I know they're here. And there's a lot of people that are here that know that this what I'm saying is true. So fuck you, Savvy. I was not gonna get PHI swatted. I wanted her to be safe. So fuck you again. And you're a liar. Continue, FCC and LB.
Well, yeah. I mean, Mitch, do you have anything to offer? LB.
Yeah, Mitch, why don't you want to comment on why we can't discuss registered sex offenders?
Yeah.
Why
Who
is
wants
that
to?
like taboo now?
Taboo to who?
Well, apparently certain people aren't allowed to discuss a certain registered sex offender without a whole fucking shitstorm coming down on them. Do you think that's okay?
Okay, you guys
I
are
mean,
just like
use the excuse,
you.
well, I can't talk about it because these are Edvidians, but that's bullshit, and you know it.
Yeah.
All right, sounds like you guys are increasingly talking in code, and I
It's
don't
not a
really don't know
code.
when.
You don't know that Tommy's brother's a registered sex offender, and a whole shitstorm came down on Jason for talking about it.
And what's the issue there? It's not allowed to
We
be
we
talked about.
Somebody asked you a little while ago, how do you feel about Nunya protecting a registered sex offender and saying we shouldn't talk about him? It's none of our business because he's not in the community.
Okay, so you feel that it's worth talking about that a catcher out there who's out there, one of the most prominent catchers, his brother is an RSO.
I think just the fact that he's an RSO, I don't care who his brother is.
Yep.
I think that he should be talked about.
Oh, you don't care who his brother is. Okay.
How about that? Yeah, let's look at it that way.
Okay.
To me, the thing, like, again, and I know I've said it 5 times already, but people get held accountable for what their relatives do, just like David here. The difference between Tommy and David is David's being transparent and not defending his Chomo brother, while Tommy's been the complete opposite.
Tommy's done nothing but make excuses for his brother since the shit started. Who spends $100,000? Why would he be looking at life over a simple mistake that some kids made while they were dating? That just doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
Okay. LB, you said it deserves to be covered independent of who his brother is. Okay.
Yeah.
So when it's covered, is it covered independent of who his brother is, or is it used to incriminate his brother?
No, I don't think it.
The
I mean,
fact that he is
I've watched court
defending a
hearings. I don't think it has
Chomo,
anything to do with Tommy. The problem, it comes back on Tommy because he defends him and makes excuses for his brother's behavior and thinks nobody should talk about it. That's the problem. And apparently, none of you thinks nobody should talk about it either.
Damn. This is
Well,
just crazy.
if Mitch is not going to talk, we have another question here from the chat from Sam Clinton, directed towards Gabby. So Gabby, you're here, and it's late, probably too late for you. Anyhow, why did PCD deflect and hide Tommy and his RSO brother, Gabby? Would you like to come up and talk about that, Gabby? PHI, Gabby.
I mean, if he wasn't defending the situation with his brother, it would be connected back to him. It has been independently covered where we just watch the court hearings, as lots of RSOs have court hearings all over YouTube. And the only reason it comes back on him is because apparently we don't understand, we don't know the situation. His brother was set up. They know people in the government, all kinds of weird shit.
Okay, so the point is that both Ed and Tommy, their brothers, both have things that are you. What was that?
that was my
No,
fault. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Tommy's brother is a convicted registered sex offender. Period.
Okay, they're they both have brothers that the other side is. There's stuff about them that the other side is trying to use it, but I don't want to be held accountable for anything my siblings do. Do any of you guys, good or bad? I mean, I'm on my own, and I don't want them to
No,
be held
I
accountable for what
wouldn't
I do.
Would you defend your brother who is a convicted registered sex offender though?
Defend him in what sense?
There
Like
is
tell
no
people
defense.
not to talk about him. It's none of their business. They don't understand. He was set up. I mean, would you be making excuses like that? Because I mean, a lot of us watched the court cases, and I don't think anybody got the feeling that he was set up or that he was a good guy at all.
No,
And
no.
the dude's a scumbag, and the whole family seemed like fucking scumbags, to be honest.
Okay.
Hey, can I say one thing, and I will not say any more? If I could catch my brother, I would bury him alive.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's the only truth I can give you guys. Because the ripple effect, you know the way we talk about the ripple effect? That is big time. That's a real thing.
That's a normal response, David. That's how you should feel.
Mhm.
That's how I do feel.
You know what I mean? Not
That's my
let me hide
that's
let me
my
hide it, let me cover it up so I can keep fucking.
no.
I don't even know how his fucking supporters
There's no
buy that
covering
fucking
up
shit.
here. This is the real deal. This is
That's the thing, brother or not, defending a chomo is, and it like I don't really hold it
Indefensible.
against families too much. When a catcher has somebody call their wife or whoever, they're going to be in shock. They're just not going to have a full grasp. When a total stranger calls you up to tell you that your husband of 20 years is trying to hook up with kids, that's going to be a shock to the system. So that's a little bit different, but
Thank
defending
you,
a chomo
Sanford.
is defending a chomo when you know what's going on for real, and brother or not, it's not. I can't get down with that.
you know
Wait,
my nieces
defending.
have to
We
be
don't have any
talked to.
evidence of defending, or
Yes, yes, we
all we're talking
do.
about.
Yeah,
Yes, we
yes,
do,
there
man.
is.
There's lots
All
of
we're talking
evidence
about.
of it.
Wait, what do you
Disgusting.
guys mean when you say defending? Because the other side would
Dude,
say that
when this first
the other
came
side
out,
would
he
say
was
that. Hold on, real quick, LB. The other side would say that
you don't
Ed,
even know what you're talking about because you're saying
LB,
it was
please,
never
LB.
defended.
Hey, LB, let's have a civil discussion. You can talk and I'll
All right,
talk, and let's have an
go for it.
exchange of ideas here. Yeah,
Well, bring
because
the facts, bud.
I understand that it's an emotional thing, and I appreciate you guys hearing me out because I know everyone's exhausted about this topic, but if we don't talk about it, like what's going to happen? It's just going to go on and
I'm just
on
gonna
forever.
be on the apologetic.
Look, Mitch, it doesn't really matter what the quote unquote other side says. Listen to Tommy's words. It's what he says.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the whole mob. I'm just talking about what Tommy's said and done since this started. He's like fudged the ages on how this happened, where it happened. They went into court and re-victimized this kid over and over again. Kept saying her name in court when they weren't supposed to. They knew what they were doing. You could tell watching it. These people were fucking sick. It was fucking disgusting. And if you haven't watched it, then you shouldn't even speak on it. It was fucking disgusting.
Oh my
And
god.
LB, did you learn about that after you stopped supporting Tommy?
It started while I was still watching Tommy. I don't fucking hate Tommy. I just think he's a scumbag.
Absolutely
What?
I mean, I don't fucking know the guy enough to have hate for him. He's some dude on the internet, but I mean, he's definitely a scumbag. And if
He's not
he
a bad.
is
He's
for,
not a bad person. He's just a scumbag.
well, I mean, kind of a bad person, but I mean,
He's not a
scumbag,
bad.
yeah,
He's not
definitely.
a bad. He's not a bad human being. He's just a
I
scumbag.
don't know if he is. I don't know him enough. All I
I
know is what he
disagree.
shows.
It's
Okay.
absolutely
All right.
disgusting, Christy. It is terrible.
Good people don't have multiple domestic violence things in their past. Good people
Yeah,
don't have child I can't remember if it was abuse or neglect or both. It's happened more than once. Like that, good people don't do that shit.
I looked through some of his catches the other day on his new channel. He's fucking arguing with the police on like every catch, it seems like, and mad at them. Who the fuck is gonna put Tommy on the stand as their main witness against a fucking child predator with his fucking record at this point? Like, what is he even doing anymore? He's doing more harm than good.
Yeah.
It
Facts.
doesn't really matter because he doesn't follow up and turn his cases in anyway.
Well, I'm just saying, he's pissed off that nobody wants to work with him. Look at how can you? He's your fucking star witness. Come on. Like, any defense attorney would tear him apart.
Right. That's the first thing they
Okay.
do
So,
is go for your
what kind of
credibility.
what kind of case do you have now? So he's out there
So,
catching people, putting this show on, so he can support his life,
And so, what
and
do you want
nobody's
from
getting
Tommy?
put away.
What are your
It's all
conditions? You want him to
it's
step
all about
down?
it's all about the content. But in
Do you
reality,
want him
like
to step down?
hold on,
Is that
Mitch.
not a fair
Yeah,
question,
yes,
STD?
I think he does
But
more harm than good.
yeah, in
Okay, LB,
reality,
that's a
like
good. Thank you for
the
the answer,
judges
LB.
the judges are not like fucking with these cases anymore, right? They all know,
Okay, all right,
right?
okay, yes, all right, good, yeah. And so, okay, you guys want him to like stop catching because you guys feel he's an overall net negative for the
It
cause.
doesn't matter who he catches because you can't put the man on the stand. He's literally on bail for child abuse. And you're gonna put him on the stand against a child abuser? And how does that
Wait,
work?
wait, but the child abuse was like his kids stayed out. His kids
It
kept
doesn't
staying out
matter.
late,
On
and he locked the
paper,
door.
it doesn't matter. On paper, it says child abuse. So that's what a jury is gonna hear. So that's what a
Yeah,
DA has to work with.
but
Look, I don't
what would our
want
parents
any
have done?
catches to not
Yeah,
happen,
yeah.
right? I don't
Go
want
ahead.
I want more catchers out there, but the thing is when you have people out there like Tommy that are giving the whole thing a bad look, that's why everybody's channels are getting
Yes.
taken down. That's why a lot of police agencies refuse to work with anybody like this is because they see this kind of shit that makes the news. You know what I mean? They don't know about all the other good ones out there, and it only takes one or two bad ones to make the whole fucking thing look bad.
Well, then he's literally on videos and lives fighting with police, calling them names. I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad. It's gotten worse. Where most catchers have gotten better over time, he's gotten worse.
I'm curious. I want to know like what is when I hear you guys talking about him. What is okay? So that's good to know. You know he shouldn't do catches. Okay. Uh,
He could easily let somebody else do the catches, or just turn them into the police and stop making a spectacle out of it and giving defense attorneys more ammunition where they can't prosecute any of these cases. But it's kind of too late for that because there's so much shit out there about Tommy now.
okay. So
Anybody would make.
even if Tommy is as bad as they make him out to be, is the worst, you know, hit piece video on him, Rob Lowe's depiction of him. Even if he's that bad, isn't that kind of a good way to put a
It's
scumbag to
not
use? Is
it's
to
not
have him
just the
catching pedophiles? You know, like it's kind of like how sometimes they have the inmates. Uh, they will sometimes let the inmates out of jail so that they can fight forest fires.
what's that got to do with it?
Okay, even
Yeah,
if Tommy is
I
that
mean,
bad,
he literally does like a 15-minute interview and goes on about his
It's
way.
not like
even if
Rob Lowe
Tommy's
just
not
decided I don't like this guy. I'm going to talk shit about him. Rob Lowe brings facts to the table. You know, Rob Lowe has to answer to producers and advertisers.
Rob
You
Lowe
know
has
what I
moved on
mean?
to a job with the Colorado freaking.
Yes, yes,
He's a he's law enforcement now.
yeah. And
That's the conflict of interest.
how is that a conflict of interest, especially pertaining to this? Like if he was being a cop and a reporter at the same time, sure, you could call that a conflict of interest, but he's not both.
Could that pose any problems if someone was like, "Hey, Colorado Bureau of Investigation, the guy you just hired, he uses this man as a source," and then they send them like the worst of JT Colfax compilation.
So,
He's not an
Mitch,
investigator. He's just a guy that's gonna do what he's always been doing and stand in front of cameras and tell what's going on. He's not an investigator. He's
Rob
what's the
Lowe,
title?
I see Rob Lowe as fake news.
You still
Hmm?
haven't answered my question. How do you feel about people defending an RSO in this community
Okay, so
and
let's
saying that they
define what
shouldn't
you're
be
okay.
talked
Let's
about.
define what you're saying. Defending an RSO, you're talking about Tommy's brother, and by defending, you're saying people shouldn't talk about it. Right?
Well, they're also making excuses for his conviction.
I think I agree. If there's someone who's a sex offender, people should know. But to use that as like fuel against Tommy, fuel against someone's brother,
No, nobody would.
I would
Nobody
not
would
want
be
whatever my
talking.
brother does. I
Nobody
would
would be
not want.
talking. Hey, nobody would be talking about Tommy if he didn't retaliate and get upset when it's brought up. And I'm not. I'm not. I didn't say Tommy. I said defending an RSO in this community. I didn't bring up Tommy. You did, and that's what Tommy does. Every time that situation's brought up, he feels the need to go on the defense when he should just shut his fucking mouth because his brother's a registered sex offender. Period. Do you not get that?
Okay, in chat, Sam Clinton's saying Mitch defend an RSO. So LB, am I defending an RSO right now?
You're deflecting from the question overall, and you're trying to make excuses like they do. You know, it's not about Tommy. The only reason it's about Tommy is because Tommy makes it about Tommy. You know.
How do I not defend? How do I walk out of here with you guys believing that I do not defend an RSO?
Just say,
I don't.
I
don't feel like
he shouldn't be protected.
I don't feel like you're defending an RSO. I believe that you are defending a guy for defending an RSO.
Yeah, you're just kind of trying to skirt the question to keep the peace because that's what you do, which is fine. But I'm just saying, down to the nitty gritty, there's no getting around it. It has nothing to do with Tommy, as far as I'm concerned. Period. I don't give a fuck about Tommy.
What? Nobody cares what you believe. That's what I'm saying, Dominic. I agree with you. I don't want to be. You think I want to be up here answering? This is awkward shit.
This is what you do,
choice, man. I mean,
hey, this is what you do, Mitch. You come up and ask people questions and put them on the spot to get them to say things so you could use it later, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't like it when it gets turned around on you?
I just want you guys to move on so you can get on to new, better drama. Otherwise, you're gonna be.
You were literally talking about 2-month-old drama when you came up here. So you're saying get on the newer drama? I'm talking about something that was talked about tonight for hours.
You have drama that is unresolved for months,
and it's not gonna get resolved. It's not gonna get resolved.
It could.
I don't
what
care.
You came up here talking about is irrelevant. Nobody cares about that shit anymore.
No, you
that's
say
that's
that.
There is drama that has been talked about on fucking 10-hour panels repeatedly, and it will never be resolved.
Because it always ends up in this conversation where let's just move on. You know, it's not worth it talking about. This is old. I understand you guys are.
How many hours do you need to talk about something?
I understand it's uncomfortable, and you guys want to stuff it down and sweep it under the rug. But
no,
if you keep doing that, we're going to be back here next March, and I'm going
to have to keep bringing it up. Because I've said multiple times that
I keep bringing it up because there's something to bring up because it hasn't been resolved.
What?
Christy,
who are you?
Christy falsely accused Sabby of doxing.
She said that night when she said it, I have no proof. This is just the way I feel based on, our history and who she knows Sabby to be. That's what she said. She was extremely honest about it when she said it. She didn't come out and say she had proof or anything. You're making something out of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
exactly.
LB,
you can't prove it's false either, Mitch.
It didn't get
You
swept
guys would
under the
appreciate
rug
that if
because
your friend went
because
out there and
I
said,
said,
"Hey,
shut
I
up.
don't have
I
any
said,
I don't have any evidence, but I think it's this person." You guys would be okay with that if they were talking about you, or you just think
That's
you're
that
the
it's
only
Abby?
one that's still bringing it up because
yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
even.
You're the only one bringing
Hold
it
on.
up. Exactly, Christy.
Let me point something out that I probably should point it out at the beginning. I like Christy way more than Sabby.
I
Minus
don't
this
care.
one,
That
minus
doesn't
this one,
matter.
minus this one issue. Christy's way better of a person, but
That's
I am.
irrelevant.
It is irrelevant, exactly. So
And
Why are
Savvy
honestly,
and
you even saying it?
I
all
and on. Wait, hold
Christy.
on,
So
Mitch.
If Christy merely admits to this one thing, okay, yeah, uh, I did call Sabby out by name when in fact
She
I
already
do.
admitted it.
No. Christy was operating on false assumption. LB, have you been
Not
How
following
is
false.
along?
It's feel
how is
when
your feeling a false assumption? That doesn't even make
No,
sense.
have you
LB,
been reading chat? Wait, hold on, people.
Christy, no, Chris, no. Let me
I'm
answer
talking
LB's
to you,
question real
Mitch.
quick.
I'm talking to you.
No,
I still
real
feel
quick.
the same way.
See, LB, Christy doesn't want me to answer that question, LB,
Okay,
because we might
answer.
be getting
What
to the truth of
question?
the matter.
Answer.
What?
Well,
What? Go.
what you just said, LB.
What?
Okay,
I
Christy,
didn't listen to a question, but answer, Mitch.
Christy went on
Yeah.
Sabby. Christy went on Sam's and said, I believe that Sabby is the one who doxed me because she was one of only 6 people who knew
Four.
4.
Mm-hmm.
You're following along so
Yeah, we
far,
all
right, LB?
watched it. What's your point?
Mm-hmm.
You do realize that ended up being wrong.
Because
And
I
We
showed
don't
that
know
the
that.
prescription.
no,
Yes,
we
I
do.
showed the prescription more
LB, we
than a
do.
year ago on Ryan's. Yes,
Right?
but
Do you know who doxed her?
But LB, so you acknowledge
Do you
that
know who doxed her, Mitch?
when Christy went up and
You're not
told Sam
answering.
Clinton,
No,
when
you
Christy
don't.
went up and
Neither
said,
do I. Neither does anybody else. So we don't know what's wrong, and that's how she felt, and that's what it is.
and I
Move
still feel
on.
that way. Exactly. So I
Yeah,
have no
get the
proof.
fuck
I
over it.
still feel that way. Period. Because I know Savvy. I knew Savvy.
You're just not.
So
You're not getting it. You're
and she
making
did
a.
LB,
it. And she did it last night again. And we're discussing this now
Dude,
in chat.
you're making a fucking
So
mountain out of a molehill, dude.
LB, are
And
you here?
it's
LB,
petty.
are you here to help me get to the truth and like try
we don't
to
want to get
You're
under,
not getting to the
understand each
truth.
other
No.
as human beings and get to the bottom of this and do our
You're
best
you're
to
you're
get
not.
it? Or are
What you're
you
doing
here to
isn't gonna
be
get to the truth,
like a kind of a brutish, like a bully, like a very like
dude. What you're doing is not getting to the truth. You can't get to the truth unless somebody comes out and admits what they did, which isn't gonna happen. So
no,
move on. Period.
exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
no, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. That attitude,
Why
while it
bring it up
seems,
again?
it
You were
sounds
the
good.
one to bring it
It
up.
sounds good because now we don't have to talk about it. But you guys are gonna keep talking about it for the
What
next
is
year
there to
because
talk
you're not.
about?
Look, just stop being. I know it's uncomfortable, but
It's not. It's
if you
stupid.
just if you
It
talk
feels
it
like I'm
all,
talking. Dude, I feel like I'm
look
talking to a child.
if you spend one session
Can I
talking
say
it all the way
something that has
through,
nothing to do with you both?
if you can get
Savvy,
through
do you
one
want me to
session,
bring up,
if you
Savvy,
can
do
get
you
through
want
one
me to bring
session,
up the 8 people that I have for witnesses that I was not going to SWAT PHI? Because I do have them. So shut the fuck up if you don't want to get into trouble. Okay? I'm reading what you're writing. So shut up. Thank you.
who is that towards?
Yeah. So I'm just trying to get to the truth of the matter
Right.
with hello, Chrissy. And
Hi,
LB, good to
Sam.
be here. Hope you're doing well, LB. And David. So Mitch, can you go over again how you're deflecting and defending for an RSO yet again? I'm just trying to understand your sort of wacky bullshit.
My phone's gonna die, so I'll be back.
Oh,
God.
don't
All right,
leave us
LB.
now, LB. Mitch.
Yes.
Mitch,
Hello. Hello.
Mitch, don't
Mitch
drop
Can you hear me?
sounds like
now.
he's zannied out.
Don't be
Can you
scared
hear
of
me?
me, Mitch.
Hello.
Don't be scared of me, Mitch. I'm trying to understand what kind of deflection you're doing for a group of RSOs.
Dude, what? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes,
Hello.
Mitch.
Yeah, we can hear you, dude. You just sound like you're zannied out. I'm envious.
Okay, is that a serious question?
Don't try to
Yeah, how
deflect
could
by
you?
calling it out a serious question. Why do you sit up here on a panel playing dumb like you haven't paid attention to all this drama and acting like, you know, you don't this should we blame things for if someone defends their RSO brother aggressively, okay? I don't need you to tell me that did he ever do that? We've watched him do it for a year. Not to mention he hid it for a year.
Okay, when you say he defended, when you
PCD
say he
hit it.
defended, what did he do? What do you mean by that? Defended?
He
said
said
what?
that it didn't be. He said, "Hold on. See, don't see. You start getting hostile, and this is where people say you go hysterical. And this is people do this to me all the time. I know that it takes me a long time to get my words out, and I you know, not a long time, but I say, but when I get going, people start cutting me off. So pipe down and let me dog walk you through all of these issues. He did defend his brother. He blamed the victim. He said that we all don't know the story. He gave a false number for the age at which the crime was committed. He basically said that if CP is created by kids, it's okay. If it's disseminated by an adult who just became an adult or produced, it's okay. And that it's not necessarily wrong. He did that for many, many months. He attacked the people that were bringing this case up, as he did tonight, Mitch. I don't know if you saw Nunya's. Are you going to play dumb on that one too? I don't know if you saw Nunya's stream, play dumb like you didn't see it, that you had this whole narrative created that Jason Casey, who was one of the few that has ever brought this issue up, other than me, he said that he brought up shit in his past. He had this file that he pulled out of, the Jason Casey file. He's going to attack my RSO brother. Let me pull this out and laundry list things that I have on Jason Casey to personally attack him. What don't you understand that of being defending his RSO brother rather than saying what my brother did was wrong, full support to the victim. My family's going to give $15,000 in psychiatric fees and restitution to the victim. And I hope my brother goes to jail for the rest of his life for what he did. He did the exact opposite. So what don't you understand about that? Exactly.
Okay, I am hearing you, and I'm willing to acknowledge that if those things that you say are true, and I have no reason to believe that I don't think you would lie like that, but so, and I'm willing to condemn that and say I disavow that. So can I explain one thing Ed did in just as as a retort, and just see if you guys condemn it, or maybe I'm reading too much into it. Can I just say one thing Ed said?
Well, this is a classic deflection, but certainly deflect. Go.
Okay, well, what do I need to do to satisfy your terms of it not being a deflection? Because I'm not trying.
I don't know what Tommy hiding the fact that his brother was being charged with crimes that could put him away for life, that cost his family $100,000 in legal fees, and how there was a real child victim whose images were being circulated and were in possession of and produced by an adult.
That they were harassing.
That a family goes to a court hearing saying the name of the minor victim everywhere as an intimidation tactic, has anything to do with Ed. Has anything to do with Ed. I mean, if Ed was a serial killer, it wouldn't have anything to do with what I just laid out for you. But sure, go ahead, Mitch, and ask me something to assist in your case.
Okay, let me ask this. You're asking me that question. Can I explain to you my thought process, and which includes the full spectrum of what I perceive to be both sides, which includes Ed and Tommy. And you don't have to agree with it. I'm just telling you my thought process. Okay? And it's to answer your question at the end of it. Like, it's for your benefit, Sam. Okay, so when I think of what about Tommy's reaction to this foul stuff coming out about his brother? And I think about recent things, foul stuff that came out about Ed's brother. And Ed said it came up in some stream he was on, and because someone had like accused Ed of it falsely or something, and Ed is like, "That wasn't me that did that. If that was me, I'd never leave the house."
Was Ed not in prison for something like this?
Which I thought was
Because
pretty.
I have Ed attacking me.
You lost me at hello. Say it again.
Okay, you know the freaking controversy with Ed recently, right,
Yes.
Sam?
I mean, recently, as in a year ago, PCD hiding the fact that Tommy's brother was an RSO and releasing the video, 5-minute edited, highly sensationalized video of Ed. That one.
Sam, do you know
That
about
wasn't
Ed?
recently.
Sam, do you know about Ed's brother folding up like an armadillo to make Texas proud?
But why is Ed attacking me? That's the question I have.
What?
And
Who's
Eddie.
attacking you?
Eddie.
Did
What?
he? I don't know if he did.
I don't think Ed would attack you.
I
mean, did you hear it yourself or?
Yes, Discord.
Yes, I have seen the self-sucking photos, images, video of what has been claimed to be Ed's brother. Yeah.
Wait, you looked at all of it?
I need to know, like,
looked at
here's
all
my
of it,
question.
yeah.
Like, who the fuck found that? Like, which one of you motherfuckers went through fucking gay porn until you found somebody that looked like Ed's brother? Like, who the fuck,
Don't
like, how? How
blush,
did somebody
Mitch.
find
I watched
it?
it all.
How
But
is that
continue.
found? How is that surfaced? That's my question too. How are you guys finding this out about each other? What the
Why are you
hell?
saying us? I don't know what you mean by us. I'm not searching for self-sucking videos, but once it came out, I got glimpses of it. I mean, get a seance in here. I don't know. Why are you guys asking me? I'm not a gay porn expert.
We gotta
continue, Mitch.
We got to find out a better way, like a way to refer to this that isn't, as Sam so eloquently puts it, self-sucking.
Well, you're the one that said he folded up like a. So what's your question? What's your question? Go get to your question.
I don't
Continue
know.
with the deflection. I mean, you simply brought up a gay porn site and then you quit. Go.
This is awkward drama. I'm as uncomfortable as you guys.
You're as cringy as it gets. So continue. It's awkward enough as it is having you on panel, much less having to talk about self-sucking videos. So please go. Continue the conversation, Mitch.
Okay, yeah. It was because Ed, and I commend the fact that he can still have a sense of humor about everything. He says, "That wasn't me. That was my brother. If that was me, I'd never leave the house."
Hell yeah, I'm down with that too. But I just want to know, like, how the fuck, like, how do you, what do you go to Pornhub and go to the gay autofellatio section? Not that I know what that is, but do you type in Ed's brother? Like, how the fuck do you find it? And is it really him?
I would say, not to be a cybersecurity expert here, but I would say that potentially they had a tag, which was they had a username of something they knew was his in the past, whether it be an email or other doxable information, and they put that into Google, and that came back on the search, is my presumption.
Can you put penises in facial identification, or how does that work?
but Haystacks might on his $1.99 facial recognition app. But go ahead. And believe me, if penises could be facially recognized, Tommy would be using it for sure. Mitch, continue with your deflection though. We'll get to the bottom of the story here, because I'm unsure how what Ed's brother does online through what appears to be consensual acts on himself has to do with Tommy having a brother, hiding it, going into to catch predators.
Okay.
While his brother was dealing that. Wouldn't that be a relevant topic to mention both things? He constantly mentioned the fact that one of his family members was hurt by a predator.
Oh my God.
Who happened to be his best friend. But why didn't he mention the other side of that he also had a family member who was impacted on the other side of it, who was being charged at the time with serious crimes against a child? Why would that not be relevant? Why hide that?
Right. Okay. So getting back to what, the comparison, why would I bring that up? I'm talking about a joke that Ed made. And, this is where it goes from funny to serious. It wasn't just in the, we can all joke about like quote unquote self-sucking, as Sam says. We can have a good laugh about it. Ed can even have a sense of humor about it. But the thing about it is that what surfaced in that intel drop on Ed's brother, in one of the dating profiles, he has a young kid, and it's like to click here for more sexy photos, and you click on it, and it's a gay dating app, and he's holding a baby. So,
And
you guys want me to condemn? You guys want me to condemn?
On one hand, I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think that proves
Okay,
anything.
yeah,
I don't
that's
think
gross.
that's appropriate.
What's your point?
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking do that. Like, was it like a hookup site or just like a regular dating app?
I mean, it's like a gay. It was a gay site. So
Okay, so we all think that's gross, Mitch. How does that? Do you think
Very
anybody here was going to say, yeah,
I'm
we
not
thought
sure
that was a good
that
idea?
exactly proves.
I guess my
Two
point is
separate
that
situations.
I guess my point is that we're just better off not judging each other by what our brothers do, I guess.
So I can't ask Tommy about his RSO brother because I can't go to Ed and say, hey, I found this weird photo that your brother has on a profile.
Yeah,
Can
two
you ask him
totally different. Two totally different situations. His brother
sure
was
Ed,
convicted in a court of law. He is a registered sex offender. That is what this whole community is about.
and I don't
Are
see
you
Ed
missing that?
defending. I don't see Ed defending or deflecting for his brother doing that on a website with the thing. I don't see Ed saying, yeah, I think that's right. That's fine. No problem. I didn't. Can you tell me when Ed was defending that?
Defending? No, he just made that joke.
So
Not
he just
to
made
mention,
that
it's not a
joke.
fucking
So I
crime,
just
though.
gave you a litany. I just gave you a number of times Tommy was defending and deflecting, including tonight. We saw it. If you had your ears open and your eyeballs open, you could have seen it tonight on Nunez, a tremendous amount of defense of his brother. And then he tried to play it off like, oh, well, I do sort of condemn him. I mean, I guess I'm kind of biased. It was completely that. He did it for months and
He
months.
doesn't condemn him at all.
I don't see Ed doing the same thing about. I don't see Ed defending his brother for putting a photo of a child on a dating site.
No.
I don't.
Okay, let's see how. It depends on your definition.
Give me some more apples versus grapefruits.
Well, in those jailhouse calls, and I hate to reference them. I know if they were, surfaced under surreptitious means or whatever, but the fact of the matter is not the jailhouse calls. Sorry, the call with Ed's ex. Did she not say that Ed would not let the kids be alone with his brother?
Yeah, doesn't that look good for Ed that he's protecting his kids? If there's something weird about the brother?
Does not look good.
Well, if your guys' complaint is that Tommy is protecting his brother, or
I said he's
defending his
protecting
brother.
his
Well,
kids,
here's
not his brother.
another king. Here's another
Is it-
key
Isn't
critical
the ultimate
difference.
defense is if you know your brother?
Don't get
There's a
hysterical.
there's a reason you won't have your brother let your brother around your kids, so you know he's a.
Well, now we're working on a lot of assumptions, but I mean, the main assumption would be he said he didn't. The wife said he didn't want his kids around the brother. So that would mean if there was something weird about the brother, he was trying to protect his kids, not defend the brother. So
Wait,
what is the
wait a
point?
second. Hold on. Not defend the brother. No,
Hey,
yeah.
so somebody's trying to come up here, yeah, but I'm all out of the paid StreamYard. I'm on the poor man's plan now, so I'm only allowed
I'll
6.
head down. I'll head down.
I can drop down.
No, you, Mitch, you stay
No,
right in
Nick, you
there.
stay.
You
Sam,
guys,
I wanted
you
you to
guys are
stay too. I missed all
talking,
the
so
fun.
No, that's all right. Good evening. You guys heard enough of me tonight. Christy, good to see you. LB, David,
Good night, Sam.
Mitch, always
I'm
a
going
pleasure.
to bed
Mitch, Bill,
too.
checks
If
in
you
the
want
mail.
to
Bill.
stay, Sam, wait, hold
thank
on.
you.
If you want to stay, I have to go to
No,
bed.
it's too late. It's too late for me too. I gotta go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
And you're prettier than I am, Christy. So you stay up there.
Thank
Oh,
you.
God, give him that one.
Oh my god.
Again, Mitch, and I feel like a broken record sometimes, but people are held accountable for what their brothers or their friends do way too much. It's not really about that. It's about how you react to it.
Yes.
And then defending your Chomo brother while you're saying shit to somebody else about their brother. I mean, how does that work?
It does not work.
Well, now both sides have that ammunition, so you guys could keep fighting about it forever if you wanted to.
Well, no, not really, because there's a big difference. I mean, one is a convicted registered sex offender. The other is some weird fucking pictures online that were inappropriate. You know, the sex shit, nobody gives a shit about that. He's a grown adult. The kid, yeah, inappropriate, not illegal though. So the other one was looking at life in prison, according to Tommy. So how
But
do you
then
explain
again,
that away?
Tommy caught a child abuse charge for locking the doors when
That's not,
back
no,
back
and
in
that's
our
not
day.
that.
What would happen in your town if when you were a kid and you were defying your parents and running away and they locked the doors on you and the cops scooped you up? In my town, the cops would have talked to my parents and then they would have talked to me as a unit against me, and they would have, to try to steer me straight. And then
Probably
Tommy,
me too, but Tommy has a repeated history of getting arrested for this kind of stuff, and that's just the shit we know about.
the cops took his side. And then he's got
Huh?
the local news anchor against him, and that guy ends up joining the Colorado Bureau of like the whole freaking machine.
Tommy
is
didn't
against
get
Tommy.
arrested because of him.
The whole machine is against Tommy in that state. You guys have to admit it. And
That's a whole statement. Come on.
Has it occurred to you that there might be a reason for it?
Exactly.
a reason like JT Colfax.
How would
Oh,
Dude, you're
with the
speaking
whole
gibberish
police
now.
on his side? They don't like him
Colfax.
either.
JT Colfax was on the news as a character witness, being like, "This guy
Colfax,
wronged
I
me.
want to
He's
speak
dangerous."
to you, by
You're
the
telling me
way.
JT Colfax had nothing to do with any of the shit that
Yeah.
Tommy got busted for years and
Come
years
on.
ago.
He was on the
I need to
news.
speak to JT Colfax.
He was
Next.
on
Look,
the news.
here's what
You're
Mitch
going
does in
to-
case you haven't figured it out yet. He tries to get you to say things that he wants you to say so he can make a flip out of it later.
And now,
Yeah.
he was on the news as a source for this news anchor, and that guy became the Colorado. Now that guy works for the freaking.
So, Mitch, are you trying
So
to say
what?
that you think JT Colfax is friends with the police in that area?
JT Colfax.
You think they're
is,
having coffee together in the morning or something? What's your scenario? I'd love to hear this.
is a bad person.
I guess it
JT
terrifies me
Colfax.
that I could make enemies with a guy like JT Colfax, and he could take me down.
Dude, you're a fucking weirdo. I know you. I know you don't even believe
Somehow,
that.
I don't think
You
it'd
don't
be
even
the first
believe
man
that.
that you went down
You
with.
don't even sound serious. What a joke.
JT Colfax was
What do you
looking
mean?
for me today.
Wow, you guys just. All right, fine. I mean,
No, listen, I'm going to be real. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. JT Colfax, if you have a question for me, ask me. Sorry, sir. Or madame, or whatever your name is.
This is fucking hilarious. Oh shit.
No, I'm being serious. I can't mess around with this stuff
I
anymore.
know, David. I know you
I'm
are.
sorry. I'm just so angry. I don't mean to talk. Okay.
I don't blame you for being angry, man. I'd be angry too.
Well, I'm very
I'm
good.
angry for you, you know.
Thank you, man. Cheers, dude.
So Mitch, are you gonna let go of the fucking shit from a month ago that nobody cares about? Now that we've figured out that nobody cares about it?
you say 1 month ago like it's ancient history.
I mean, in comparison to the real issues in this community, it kind of is.
Which 1 month ago shit am I holding on to that I shouldn't?
The one you came up here to fucking bitch about. What do you mean?
Wait, hold on. It was more than a month ago. It's like 2 or 3 months ago.
Christy versus Sabby?
Even Savvy says I'm right. Let it
We,
go, man.
Savvy and I have been on panels and been cordial. Not to
LP.
you.
You're just trying to
I
stir
thought
shit, but
Sabby,
why?
I thought Sabby
That's what
was
I
a good
really want to know.
person.
Why are you
LB.
trying to stir shit between them?
LB, listen.
We're not gonna be friends. It was not thrown under the rug. I still think it's suspicious. I have no proof. I've said it multiple times. Let it go, Mitch. You're the only one that keeps bringing it up. So
Yeah,
let it go.
Okay.
Savvy just said she wants to let it go, and clearly Christy wants to let it go. You're the only one that gives a shit. So
Okay, is this fair? LB, first I give you all the facts and then you decide.
what facts? You have more
That's the
facts than we've
thing,
already
Mitch,
heard.
is you don't always have the facts.
Do you have more facts than we've already heard on that particular situation?
Yes.
Where are they?
I haven't gotten to complete my narrative.
Come
Yeah,
on, Mitch.
exactly.
You sound fucking like
This
you sound
guy.
like
My
Jeff
time
now. Come on.
He
my
sounds like
timeline.
a
I got a
reporting
story, but I
dude.
can't tell you guys. It's coming.
No,
Wait
that's what
on
I'm
it.
saying. Like,
Jeff
okay,
2.0.
look, if you have all the facts and you decide against me, that I can live with. That I'm like, okay, fine, we have a disagreement. But if I never actually get to tell you the story and never get to give you the facts, that
Well,
bothers me.
I mean, I watched it live. I don't know what more facts there can be. Unless you know who doxed her and you're just holding on to that, which would be really fucked up. So that's the only fact that could come out that would change the narrative.
Well, how about you sit right down there and let me educate you, little darling?
Okay. Oh, you're funny. You're a funny one. Oh, shit.
Here's what happened. Christy went on to Sam. Christy went on to Sam Clinton's stream and said,
I watched it. I know what she said. Okay, next fact.
But that was 4 days after what originally happened. Okay,
Yeah, I remember the whole weekend, and I know exactly what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Christy said, Sabby, someone doxed me. Only 4 people know that information.
I know Andrea, right? That's funny.
Only 4 people
He's
know that
probably like half
information.
my age.
So I think it's that. So I think it's Sabby that did it because only 4 people know that information. That ended up being wrong. It was not just 4 people that knew it. It was the whole world that knew it because Christy
Okay,
chose to
so
be.
I
that
didn't
fact
know
is
it.
wrong.
The
And
whole world or the whole
So
YouTube
the whole
panel?
community, who cares? Who cares how many people knew it?
Okay.
The point is,
So
that was her feeling because of the events that happened over the weekend. You know,
It's
that is what it is. You know,
mhm.
they've both moved on. You're not telling anybody anything.
Nothing
well,
new.
Christy didn't know that. Christy had
I did.
forgotten.
I did. I did.
Okay, so she forgot that. What does that change about the situation?
Uh-huh.
Well, don't you agree that Sabby was wronged? And like I said, I don't like Sabby. I like Christy way more. She's way better in every other way. But
I
this
don't care
one
because
point.
it's none of my fucking business, Mitch. God, grow
That's what
up.
I'm wanting to know, Mitch.
LB.
Why? No, they have not. Well, I don't really watch very much, but I've not seen them talk about it for a while. You are the one bringing it up. What's it got to do with you? Why do you
Because
care?
we are very close to solving this, and I know once it gets to the uncomfortable
I don't
stage,
want it to
everyone
get
wants
solved. I
Solving
still
everyone
what?
wants
think
everyone wants to
it
shut
was
it down and
Savvy that
say, Mitch,
participated
you're just stirring up
before
shit. You're just causing
Sam's
problems. But
channel.
I'm
You
not going to do
are.
it this
You
time.
are, Mitch.
No,
Because what is
no,
your
we're going to
point?
keep
Where
talking
does,
about it.
what is the end
Till
goal?
we
What's
fix
the
it.
end goal? What's the goal, Mitch?
We're
What
going
is
to
it
Yes,
there?
what's the end goal?
we're going
Yes.
to resolve this problem. That way, next year, I'm not having to have the same discussion with you guys.
We don't have to talk about it next year. It'll probably still happen next year.
Okay,
But we
hold
don't have
on.
to
LB,
talk about it.
I'll do
Because we
something.
LB,
don't have to talk about it right now.
LB, you
Mitch.
act like you don't like the drama, but your attitude is what
Okay,
prolongs the
okay, I'll
drama.
say
No,
something, Mitch.
I'm fucking annoyed. Like, I honestly am annoyed. This whole day was fucking a shit show.
Well, take a
Okay,
chill
Mitch.
pill.
You want me to say this, Savvy? I'm
Take
sorry.
a
I
chill
was
pill.
wrong.
3 weeks. I
All
have
due
not
respect,
slept
I'm so
because of this shit show.
okay.
Three
Go ahead,
weeks.
Mitch.
You should probably take a break from YouTube, Mitch.
One
Take
thing
a
y'all got to remember is the name of Mitch's channel is Hoax Wars. And something I think a lot of people forgot or maybe just don't know is that when Mitch got first found out to have that channel, he tried to hide it.
Mitch. Or
Yes, it's a
Savvy.
very,
Okay,
that's a
hold
very,
on. Wait, Sav. Okay, I'm gonna prove Savvy wrong right now. Right now. Here's my phone. Okay, everyone.
Oh, shit.
Wait, hold on. Do not delete that comment, Savvy. Krista's new number never came out. I had that. Krista's address wasn't out. Remember, Nanya doxed my number when the jail calls came out? Remember?
Yes.
Okay. And I said that it still is under my ex-husband's name, the contract. And I said that I changed my number because I was doxed by Nanya. Remember? I
Yep.
never changed my number, Savvy. So what new number are you talking about? I never changed my number. It's still the same one as Nanya's jail call.
Why did you say that, Christy? Why would you
No,
put that out
I
there?
don't care. I'm in Mexico. I don't care. But she's
Are
saying that she had my new number.
Oh, you're
No,
just like encouraging people to go find the number, though. You know
but
what I
I'm in
mean?
Mexico. I don't care. I wish people can call me. I want to talk to people.
No, Christy.
I
That's
want to
I
call
still,
you. I
call me,
really do.
Savvy. Call me right now to my old number. Right now. Call me,
Look,
Savvy.
Mitch, you
Same one.
brought it up. That's why you're arguing about it. Nobody else wants to.
So,
It wasn't
Savvy's
being talked
lying.
about
I
until
have
you brought
no
it up,
new
man.
number. No new number.
it's obviously still a sore wound. She
What?
literally, as I was saying that, Chrissy's
Well, wounds won't heal if you
that's
keep
off.
picking them open.
exactly why you keep bringing it up because you know how Christy and Savvy are, and you know that they're gonna talk back and forth and defend themselves, and that gives you something to replay next time you go live.
I
I'll
get
send you
how
a
it looks
text
like that.
right now, Savvy. I'll send you a text right now.
Okay, it would be one thing if these two did not want to fight and were totally cool before I said
They
that, but
weren't
there's obviously,
fighting before you said it. Nobody would even be talking about it if you didn't bring it up.
Exactly. Oh,
And
sorry, I
that's
have you blocked.
what everybody has been
LB,
saying.
LB, I know you feel like you're being a good friend to Christy, but the opposite is true,
Dude, I
actually.
don't even,
Sometimes,
me and Christy don't even talk. I'm not like friendly with people
No,
like that.
I don't even have her on IG or
If I talk
anything.
to Christy, you guys see it. I'm not like talking to people behind the scenes like that. Period.
So you don't even
Cause
really
y'all are
understand
all
what's going
fucking
on.
crazy. Yeah, everyone
Say,
is motherfucker.
hello, no new number here.
Some worse than
Remember,
others. So
Mitch,
numbers. So who's
Mitch,
a
you
liar?
know
have you
exactly
ever
what you're
taken a
doing, right?
shower with a black man, Mitch? Seriously.
Shut up.
No,
No, I'm serious, Mitch. Have you ever taken a shower with a black man? It's a legitimate question.
No.
I don't believe you.
a
The
black female. There's another question.
I don't believe you, Mitch. Prove me wrong.
I know, Bill Evans. It's sad, very
Yes,
sad,
it's myself again.
actually.
So we were going for a monologue about some bullshit.
why are we talking about Mitch in the shower? What? Where did that come from?
About what?
Bill was
Mitch,
asking.
were you with a black female, if I may ask?
Mm.
No, I've never
Oh,
taken a shower. I've never taken a shower with a
I
black
just
woman.
added somebody. I
It's
think,
You added me.
didn't
Abby.
I? Okay. Yeah, there you are. All right.
Hmm, interesting.
So wait a minute. You have a new number that you've been texting me from.
Interesting.
You told me you changed your number,
I told
and you
everyone
gave me
number.
a new number.
No. Mm-mm.
So if you lied to me,
Your text,
why would I think
our text, and
that
look
you
how
had your old number?
no, because I said I changed my number when Nanya talks my number. I didn't change it, and here are
But
all
you
our
gave
text
me a new number.
number. Look how it scrolls. Look, it's the same number.
My subsection, Jenny, Jesus, we have everybody here.
Mm-hmm. Let
Hmm,
me go
I'm
back to. Let me
So
see.
I was texting a new number that you were talking to.
March
So
2023.
you have
No,
two phone numbers.
no, I have
Well, I
one.
can't show your fucking phone numbers to prove that I'm not lying.
Yeah, you can. I have Savvy Denver. That there's no phone number, and then I can
Yeah,
go.
and I have
Hold on.
Christina,
It says
Mexico.
March 2023. It's a year ago, and then I can go and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and
Yeah, so you lied to me.
Oh man.
I lied to everyone when I said I changed my number. So you
What?
just said I had a
Here,
new number. You just said I had a new
here,
number.
here.
What?
This
What's
was the one that you
subsection?
gave me that's supposed to be your new number. And this was your old number. They
My
are two
number is my
different numbers.
What are you talking about? I only have the same number.
Subsection.
I'm sending the screenshots to you, Christy, because if you want to show them, that's on you. I'm not sharing
I
them.
don't care. And to where? Because I have you blocked.
Well, you just texted me.
Oh yeah, if it's yeah, okay. If it's by yeah.
Alan, is that you?
Who?
If you look at the screenshots, those are two different numbers.
Hold up here now.
So you lied to me. And we were supposed to be really close friends, but you lied to me.
Hold on. Let me check.
No, Bill. Bill.
Because I was texting.
That's the number Nanya doxed me.
Which
What?
one?
The
I
first
sent you two
picture.
screenshots.
The first picture. You sent me two?
What is the first
The
picture?
other one, it's not me.
What's the name on the first picture?
It says Christy Mexico OLF number. I don't know
Okay,
what.
that's my second one, and that's your first one.
What's OLF? But whatever.
Old. I misspelled old.
Okay. And then Christina Mexico. That's not me.
You were texting from it.
I've
I've called you on it.
Okay, Savvy, yes, you did. Yes, you called me.
Well, there we go. There's some truth. I don't think we're getting any truth here. This is all bullshit.
I have the same like
It's
phone
all bullshit.
number since
They're all
2020.
fucking lying, and I'm done. I'm out of this shit fucking community.
But
And I don't mean to
since
be
you're
nasty.
here, how was I gonna swat PHI? Can you please explain that?
What is this thing?
No,
No, come
I'm
on.
asking.
Se
I already
marcó.
said.
No está
I already
disponible
said.
o se encuentra fuera del área de servicio. Le
This
sugerimos llamar más tarde.
this is not important. My
Verizon
number
Wireless,
is not
your call
important
cannot be
anymore.
completed as the called party is temporarily unavailable. Please try
What
again.
the hell are you trying
Oh,
to do? Are you trying to
Oh,
kill
you
each
gave
other
me a
here?
fake number.
Are we
what?
not meant to be friends? Are we not meant to help each other
In
here? Come
Mexico,
on,
we don't have
guys.
those things, Savvy. I've said it all along.
Pissed
We don't
off.
have those
I'm really
texts
pissed
or
off.
like random numbers that you all have in the US, and you can Google that. Okay, Savvy? We don't have those things.
Oh,
No, Christy, you just lied to me because you gave me your old number and then you told everybody that you changed your number because you were doxxed
I told
and
everyone
that your husband was paying the bill on that.
yes,
So
he's
you
still paying for
let it
it because
go.
it's my number since 2010.
You said you let it go and you gave me a new
I
number.
said that, yes, so nobody could call me. And I did not give you another number.
And you were texting
Have the
me
same
off of
number.
the new number.
And there's people here that have my number apart from you and can say that I had my number forever.
Well, I thought your new number was your number. You lied. And your
No,
new
you
number
lied.
never got
Call me,
doxxed.
call me. I unblocked you. Call me to the number that I have that Nanya exposed. I'll put the ringtone. Call
You're
me.
a fucking liar.
No, call
oh
me.
my
I have it
god.
here.
And that is my point.
Call me. No.
You are an outright
I'm
fucking
asking you to
liar.
call
What?
me. You're
What?
in panel. Call me. Call me.
You're an
Call
I
her.
have
outright
never
fucking
changed
liar.
my number. I have never
Just,
changed my
just,
number.
just prove it. I will call her right now. Christy, incoming call.
Are you done? Oh, Dominic, thank you. Thank you, Dominic. Yes. And since when do you have my number, Dominic? Before I got a
Around 30
divorce?
seconds from the
Before
start
I
of
got
the
doxxed? Yes, she just DM'd me and I responded. It's the same number that Nanya doxed. Mm-hmm. Thank
November
Who's
5th on
lying?
the new number. I'm sorry, LOL. You know I love you.
Who's lying in this situation?
November 7th. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck?
Okay,
I'm
so
dying.
I
Fuck
am
you. I
speaking
won't
to
sleep
myself.
now.
Fuck this.
You were texting me from a new number.
Sabby, you are onto some new thing that I don't think most people are following. Follow my lead, and we can get her.
No, but you know what's more important, Mitch? How was I gonna SWAT PHI?
See, she knows. She's trying to.
Oh, you just gave your
So
hand away.
Dominique has your number?
You gave your hand
Dominique
away,
has my
sweetheart.
number because I translated for cons.
Let's
Yes.
see.
Yes,
Where's Dominique?
she she
Yeah,
did
she has my
translate.
number because Dominique was the one that hooked us up when I translated with cons when he did a catch outside the Aurora Cinema with Colfax. Yes.
Mm,
And you done Stinghouse.
Dominique, do I still have your number?
Um, I actually know an awful lot more than you guys.
But yeah, our numbers are not the point. I want to
I want to
know
be.
how I was gonna SWAT PHI. Now that you're
Sabby,
here.
Sabby, Christy falsely accused you of doxing, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And
And then Gabby falsely accused me of trying to SWAT PHI. So
and
are we even?
as part of her campaign to get people to believe that, she went on both Sam's show and Bill's show, and told them her story and got them to believe that you doxed her, Sabby, right?
Hold on, I'm asking Dominique.
As
Do not. Okay, hold
usual, I
on.
care more about Sabby's cause than she
Do
does.
not
So
get Dominique in the middle. She just
Why you did?
because she sent me a DM to try to prove that I have my
You
real
did.
number. Yes. No, I didn't. She wrote in chat before I said anything. She's the one that said it. And I responded. Okay? Not me.
Yeah,
She sent me
that
a
is true. And I'm just going to take this second to brag that I have Dominique's number too. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't even know I had Dominique's number. I don't care
Let's
about
see.
those things. I do not care. But she has my number since before I got a divorce or whatever. And it's been my same number. So that's weird. No, Andrea D, my daughter, she has a phone, but she just uses Wi-Fi. She does not have a line.
okay,
She
Christy, all you have to say is, "Hey, Sabby, I know I told everyone, I mistakenly thought that only 4 people had the info when in fact everyone had the info, and that's why I named you, and I shouldn't have done that." You can say that to Sabby, right?
Okay, Savvy, I said 4 people had the info, but I still believe you were the one.
Oh,
You're
are
welcome.
you kidding me?
I said it before. I'm not afraid to say it again. So I don't care.
Sabby,
Okay, can you ask Mitch now that you were playing? Can you ask her why she's saying that I was gonna SWAT PHI?
So can I
Christy,
send these screenshots to Jenny T?
Oh yeah, you can send whatever you want to anyone. I
Okay.
don't care.
Christy, Sabby is your
Jenny
friend.
T is neutral.
She's not taking time out of her day to go and create an account with personal information about you and then go into chat, right?
I
Sabby, like
don't
you're
know
not.
and I don't care.
No,
I don't know and I don't care.
What do you
no,
But
mean
because
you
I
don't
would
care?
never do that.
That's
why
exactly
aren't you or Savvy responding to my question from 10
There.
minutes ago? Why was I gonna
Hold
swat
on a
this
second.
time?
Jenny T, can you go
That
look at these screenshots that I just sent you and tell me that these are not 2 different numbers?
Christy, that is exactly what you just accused Sabby of. You just said
You want
that.
me to do that? You want me to like
These are 2 different numbers that I was talking to Christy on.
okay, hold on. I'm gonna save 2 different numbers.
These are 2
Write
different fucking
Savvy,
numbers
exactly, and write
and
Savvy and
2
say
different text messages
Savvy
to 2
had two
different
numbers
phones.
and send those screenshots. It's the same. What are you gonna prove? I don't care
They're
about
2
the
different numbers.
Phil, unfortunately, our little fringe channels that we've all lost sight of that goal.
number.
Catching Pred.
I mean, I
Well,
personally will always
Adios, ladies.
be for it at my
Have a
heart, but
good
our
time
channels.
with your community.
no, I get what you guys are saying, and I feel what Evans is saying. And one thing that made me feel better about the drama in this community, because it can tend to bum you out, is that, and Bill, you can probably speak to this. You were around for a while. You're an OG. I heard that this community was started to keep the drama out of the pred catching
It
chats.
was.
Yeah.
It got out of control, and I knew it would. Which is, see, people had approached me about making a YouTube channel with them
Bill,
before,
can you do me a favor and
before
highlight
locks. What
Jenny
was?
T's comment? Sorry.
Hold on, give me a second. There are. Oh, dang it! I missed
So
it.
so as much as
Yeah,
a
people had
bummer
approached me about doing this before, but I always resisted because I fucking knew this was going to happen.
But as much as a bummer it is about this community, if you think about it in the context of, oh, at least this shit's not taking place in the pred catcher chats, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is better.
Yeah,
This
from
is a
that,
better
yeah, that
alternative.
from the idea of it was a good idea, but the problem is look at how many channels there are now, and we are all bred on the fucking drama. It's made it worse. The drama is a competition now. Like nothing will ever get solved. This shit will
Exactly.
never calm down because too many people rely on it for content. I
But Mitch,
can't like I try like hell sometimes to not have. I can even say I don't want to do the drama tonight, guys, but it's what we all have in common. Like you can't. It, it's just impossible to get away from it and still be here.
Yeah, and because of your political uh, position in all of it, Bill, you can provide a unique um, place for people to talk, and it's like, wow, there's like maybe some shit that if you don't go live, it's not even going to get talked about, you know? So you end
Well,
up with an
that's
obligation.
true. There are people who have told me that I'm the only place that will give them a fair shake. That does happen, um, but it doesn't like it doesn't change the fact any that anybody that sits up here like at my core, at my heart, that's what I am about, and I've done way more shit than most people know. And I work with a group now that does not put any of their shit on social media. I don't hardly ever talk about that because they don't want me to. But anybody that gets up here and says, "Oh yeah, my channel, we're all about saving kids and protecting kids," that's fucking bullshit. When was the last time any of our channels, as a channel, did anything to help a kid? When was the last time we saved anybody?
Well, but I mean, if it kept this drama out of the pred catching chats and allowed and freed up the catchers, because as much drama and bullshit as you guys have, you do all come together and support the catchers, and so from that perspective, maybe it's not all bad. Maybe it's done some good if you kept this
Well,
drama away from catchers and freed them up to do what they do best.
yeah,
What
but
are you
the thing
talking
is
about? Free
though,
them up.
the more I'm going to say respected catchers don't have anything to do with these channels, right? Um, the idea of it was good. The original idea of it was to give us a place to go where people could argue and not do it in a catcher's chat, which still happens. Um, and if it would have been left at that, and there would have just been one or two channels, it still would probably be okay. But there's too much attention seeking, too many, and I'm guilty of it. Um, look at how many fucking channels there are now. There are probably almost as many drama channels as there are catcher channels now, and they all compete for time. People's time and attention. And that nothing. It just makes things worse, in my opinion, because okay, this one channel's got some bullshit going down, and this other guy doesn't agree with him, so they're gonna try to call him a liar when he's not lying and try to discredit him. Um, and it just like it will never stop because that's what it's all about. As soon as like sometimes things get solved, but as soon as one thing gets solved, fucking something worse pops up. Or like what's going on right now, it's the same fucking argument for a fucking year and a half. It does not. It's not helping.
Can I say something? Because I
Go
have
ahead.
to go to sleep.
I'm off my soapbox.
No, me and Savvy, and don't interrupt me, Savvy.
I'm not.
We're not arguing. We've been, I think, like on two or three panels in the last 2 months after
Yeah.
we have not been friends, cordial, and I've seen her in chats. When we are both mods, we can see each other, and we are cordial. Today, I got information and a screenshot where she said that in a comment that I wanted to get PHI swatted. So that's how I was in shock, because people that know me, that are here in chat, know that I've been laying low for the last 2 weeks, maybe, um, because I've been doing myself things. Um, and I was in shock. And it's not true. You can say whatever you want, Sabby. Let me finish. But if you're gonna go with that narrative, you're gonna throw a lot of people under the bus, and not talking about a bad thing, because we and I'm reading chat, and I know there's people here that know what I'm saying. Uh, it happened 2 months ago, or maybe three, when PHI was driving, screaming, crying, and we were concerned, even though I do not like PHI. We were concerned. It was in a group chat. It was not in your chat, me and you. Um, Trying to get a hold of her to get her pulled over for a welfare check, not a SWAT.
Then why'd
Okay?
you want her address?
Wait, hold on. And I did say that I should be a private whatever, because I was the one of all of us that I'm not gonna get involved. If you want to, that's on you. I was the one that did find her information that I never used because she never got called. Nothing ever happened 2 or 3 months ago, and we were concerned about her mental health. And you knew that, Savvy. And
So
now,
5 months ago,
let me finish. And you knew that, and nothing happened. Nobody called. She was okay. She's still okay. We did nothing, and I'm saying we because it was in a group chat. Okay, so now you're using that against me. Go for it. You're gonna throw a lot of people under the bus on what you're doing. Okay, so that's why I started saying your name again today. And this is my camera on. This is
are
my
you
voice.
done?
No, I'm not.
We'll
So
finish.
again, I can be annoying. I can have an accent. I can be whatever. Like my walls can be gray from my smoke. Whatever the fuck everyone wants to call me, but I'm not a liar. I do not
You are a
dox.
liar.
No, I do not dox, and I'm not a liar. So
You said in chat that you don't look people up.
I don't.
You looked at PHI.
Of course, I just said it. It was a welfare
Well,
check.
it's different
You
if you're
told
worried
me that
about
you
somebody
changed.
than if you're just doing it to have their information
No,
and be
no,
Why?
no, no,
nosy.
no, no, no.
Why are you using
PHI is
it now?
going around accusing TBS of doxing her.
But
When
that
there is
happened
a
Is
before.
group
That
chat,
happened before. That happened before. And
when
her
there is
face
a group
was unusual
chat, I am
too
talking. Stop
before.
interrupting. When there is a group chat looking up her information, and one of those people have already been known to dox a social security number.
Wait, I hope someone is recording this. What did you just say?
One of
What?
those people has been known to dox a social security number.
Okay, so people, please go back in chat and remember, Savvy wrote in chat like an hour and a half ago that it was not on the group chat, that it was me and her.
This
And
was a
it's in
private
chat.
DM.
It's in chat. It's in chat.
Gabby
Con-
has the whole video.
Continue, Savvy, please.
Sure, here.
Mhm.
why would PHI think that Tommy Boy was doxing them? I don't.
I
Tommy
don't
Boy's
know.
not a doxing kind of. I mean, I know
Yeah,
PHI's unstable. I get it. She's nuts, but like that doesn't even make. I don't know.
they were literally accusing TBS of doxing.
I didn't know that.
Except TBS isn't a doxer. And
He
5
is
months ago, I was told that Christy and a group were looking up PHI's information.
5 months ago? It wasn't even 5 months ago, Savvy.
November 22nd is 5 months ago, Christy. Do the math.
No,
Count.
it's almost 4. Okay, wake up.
Watch. Listen.
Whatever. Continue.
Let's see. But she said the other day, I don't look people up.
Later, Bill. I'm sorry you had to see this.
I just said I did.
What's her face? Sammy
I
Joe's
just
PHI's
said.
last name, because Warlock is having a meltdown because she's trying, and like she's talked about suicide and she's like having a meltdown and it's a holiday traffic and he wants to call and report her. We know the car now, like her address or whatever, so we can know where she is or something.
Where she is, not her
But
house. Thank you.
if she is driving,
Thank you.
erratically,
Exactly. We were concerned
no,
about
stop
her.
interrupting. You have the car.
You. Yes.
You have the car. She is driving erratically.
Good night, Jenny T.
Yes, I said
What
that.
did you need her address for?
Me?
If you have her car and you know what road she's on,
I do not. I don't
all you
even
have to do is call the cops
Abby,
and
you're
report
the
the
one
car
bringing it up today
on that road.
in November, okay? I don't even remember, like, play those voice notes and drag more people into the problem so you get more hate.
Private, okay?
Well, if they didn't know the plate number and they were looking for an individual, the cops would ask for the address, you know, to make sure they got the right person.
Let her drag herself.
No,
Yeah.
because they already had her name.
We were concerned about PHI.
They had her full name. All they
Yeah,
have to
but
do
how
is
many
give the
people have
description
that
of the
same name,
car.
though?
Give the description of the car.
911's going
Cops
to
can
ask you
look
for as
up.
much information as possible.
No, but Bill,
The
let her
cops can look
show
up the description
all
of the
voice
car.
notes, not only mine. Because
If
it's
somebody
a
stop interrupting, be polite.
No, you
If
lie.
somebody is driving on a road being erratic and you know the description of the car, you can tell the officers on the 911 call where they are, but you said in the voice message that you did.
I forgot to tell you, I found her.
No, we did not. We did not.
Stop interrupting and listen.
And you said we were swatting.
Stop interrupting and listen.
Okay, go.
What's her face? Sammy Joe's PHI's last name, because Warbot is having a meltdown because she's driving and like she's talked about suicide and she's like having a meltdown and it's a holiday traffic and he wants to call and report her. We know the car now, but like her address or whatever.
We know the car now.
Okay.
You guys know where she is.
Okay.
She's on a live stream. You guys know where she
to call
is.
and report. I'm talking about Warbot.
That's swatting.
So I was not gonna call.
That
it was Warbot.
Swatting.
So fuck you. You're now dragging
That
Warbot.
is the definition of swatting.
It's not swatting if they had a good reason.
No,
they
sir.
don't have a good enough reason to be digging up anyone's information.
With my real voice, not in.
You have absolutely no right to be looking anyone up.
What? She was crying.
You have a road.
Fuck you, Savvy.
You have a road.
And
you have a description of a car.
The one that wanted to call,
you
and I said it on that voice note.
Why are you
Bill,
interrupting?
Did you hear it? Bill, did you hear it? It was not
You
me.
have a road.
I said
you have
it
a
was
town.
Warbot.
You call 911 and you report the description of the car being erratic.
Exactly, yes.
You do not need to look up her phone number, her first name, her last name, her address, and all the information that comes with it to report someone.
Where does swatting her house come? Because you said I was going to swat her house.
When you're sending people, when you're sending a cop to someone's house,
no,
it's swatting.
She was not in her house. She was not even in her state.
You were swatting.
You're fucking
If she wasn't even in her state, then why did you want her address?
We were helping Warbot.
If she wasn't in her state,
we are gonna release everything.
What good?
What
good does it do?
We were gonna help
to have her address. That's not helping. That's not helping.
She was being very erratic.
We don't like PHI. That's not helping when you're digging up someone's address.
What?
You just said she wasn't even home. She wasn't even in her own state. What good does her address do?
We say we were going to
swat her out. What difference does it make? When you call 911, they're going to want as much information as possible. I mean, you're already calling them on the person. If there's a good reason, it's not swatting.
It's swatting. And it wasn't a good enough reason.
If she
No.
was suicidal, I'd call that a pretty goddamn good reason.
Make
She
yourself
wasn't
look.
being suicidal. It's fucking Sammy.
Or
She was
driving
screaming on a
recklessly.
fucking
Yeah.
panel.
Oh my God.
That's what I was told. She was screaming
Wait.
on a fucking panel.
Usually,
Who?
when people are screaming and
That
driving,
is
they're not
swatting.
driving. They're not driving exactly straight.
Except for
And
the fact that
I didn't see it.
PHI
I didn't know
has
anything about this
announced.
till now.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it either until I was told about it. And I watch PHI streams.
Oh my God. Well, thank you. You can play it again, but not plus 2. You can play my audio like
It's
normal.
okay.
No,
You're a
because
scumbag.
it says that Warbot wanted the information and I found it. I was not
Chrissy,
gonna call. I did
you're a
not want to
scumbag.
about it.
Have a
No,
great
fuck you.
night.
I proved myself. And yes, Bill, you can go to sleep. I want to go to sleep too.
Yeah, I think this might be a good place to throw the old bookmark in between the pages and close this book up and throw it in the fucking fire.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Bill, and thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you for wearing whatever you're wearing.
A nightgown.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, I think we all lost here tonight. I would love to be able to say that we solved something here, but uh, yeah, we know that's bullshit. All right, I'm gonna hop off here before something else pops off. God damn it! I knew it. I fucking knew it. Hold on, let me. Oh, all right. I'll make one exception.
You bastard!
What's going
That's
on,
not where I
Cole?
was supposed to go. I took all my clothes off. I'm sitting here at the Safeway. You said you were going. I was just, I don't know. I have no reason to be here.
Did you say your clothes were off? Hold on, I just made the screen bigger.
I just told you that myself and Meth Claus are going to the Safeway. We're having a battle. Me, Warlock, and Meth Claus. We're gonna have the PHI title that has their address on the back of it. That girl needs help too. But that's another story. I don't come here to give content. I come here to run my mouth.
Right on. I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, it's 424. Don't come to me for content. I have nothing to offer except love and romance, darling.
I think you're a breath of fresh air.
Thank you, darling. Let's start calling men darling because there's a lot of darlings tonight. I don't know how I sound. Do I sound okay? Because I'm also
Yeah. No, you sound good, man. You sound you sound kind of coked up. I know you're not, but I like it. I
I'm
like it.
absolutely afraid of cocaine. It terrifies me.
I know you don't do that shit, but I do.
Oh, but there's a reason why. I live in the hood, so our drugs hit different. Our drugs stronger but weaker, and
yeah,
have the right facilities. You know, like where you guys live, you can take a drug and go to a clinic and see a bunch of happy, white, smiling faces. Our crackheads just sit on a corner like, yo, man, I suck your dick, man. I need that $20, man. So yeah, nah, I don't want to suck anything for $20. Now, $2,020, you might be able to have a conversation. Tommy, don't fucking call me. Tommy, don't call me.
How about 25?
No, for you it's free.
Oh, thank you.
No, shut up. Just talk shit. You know I talk shit, Bill, because who's gonna stop me? Telly? Fuck out of here.
No, I don't think so.
No, I just saw you were up. I usually pop in on Ed's stream. I think he's falling asleep now. This breaks my heart. You know I got like insomnia, so I'm always up.
Yeah, I don't really sleep either, but I can zone out for a couple hours a night.
Yeah, but all the fun stuff has already elapsed. Kudos to
Do you think
Mitch.
do you think I'd be a big poser if I took a little 22 long rifle out in the field right now and shot it like Rambo?
You said that people told you recently that all of your shots, when you shoot them in the air, they hit people, right? That's what they said.
Mhm. Yeah, they said that I wildly, or however they worded that. They said that I'm throwing like you're responsible for every bullet that comes out of your gun. I'm not gonna throw lead in a way that it's gonna, you know what I mean? We do use backstops, which apparently you can't really always see them on the videos, but there's backstops, which rifles always go into a backstop, and then after the backstop, in the right direction, there's like 4 miles of nothing but field and woods. Um, it's yeah.
I'm gonna take on a comment from Andrea D. I may live in the hood, and I do recognize that our drugs hit different. But if Andrea D was at my house, she could hit me all night long. Wait, can I say
No
that?
shit, man. Yes, you can say that, but you got to get in line.
Britney had to throw some Britney Spears out there as a counter because she's coming with that fuego. And a big shout out to Jilly Fisher because she wants to molest a military veteran. I'm sorry, I can't say things like molest. She wants to have a wonderful experience with the military veteran.
Hey, they're cheaper by the dozen.
Can I talk about something interesting? And I know it has nothing to do with anything. Mark,
Please do.
and I believe the UFC fighter is in critical condition because he saved his mother and father from their house being on fire. And what really took him is that he tried to save the dog but could not. Mark Coleman.
Really? I've not heard about this.
Because it just happened, I believe, yesterday. I'm not looking at the article right now, and if I got the name incorrect, see, this is where I need somebody like Tele. They can say, "Oh no, it wasn't him, it was him."
I like UFC, but I'm not up to date on who the fighters are now, so I don't know who that one is. But that sucks. I mean, anybody that would do that, you know what I mean? It just sucks when they don't make it out.
Yeah, the dog. I was like, Darren, save your family, and you can't save the dog. He's in critical condition as we speak. I just thought it was a story worth mentioning, and it's gonna detract the eyes from all of this drama that's not really needed. And getting back into the drama, I do believe that this community was based on drama, but it was based on drama as a guise so that you wouldn't have to watch the people pretend to catch, not catch. Honestly, PHI has more catches, probably has more convictions than Thigh at this moment. As crazy as she is, she's kind of better than Tommy. Fuck you, Tommy. Okay.
Well, I'm not arguing with you.
I just throw shots at this motherfucker because he's never going to come on. He's never going to face me. So fuck you, Tommy.
One of these days, I am going to find out what the D in Andrea D stands for. I actually already know, but I want to change that definition.
Just here to keep you up. I didn't even know you were going to go to bed.
Yeah, dude, I just had my thumb moving to that destruct button, and I didn't know it was you at the time. I almost just hit it anyway, but I would have felt bad had I canceled you at the last second.
It wouldn't have been canceling me. I was hoping to get canceled. What if I had my genitals out? See, the worst part about that is if they were out, I could think of like 3 people that might want to see it. Is it impressive? Well,
It's
if you have
it's
Tommy in your life, oh, it's a blessing. But
it's not bad. I'm not gonna lie.
if we go to a child swimming pool, you wouldn't be shouting little short. That much I can attest to.
I can attest that that would never happen.
Please
And
don't
I'll
shoot
tell you, I will
everyone.
tell you right now, Cole. I can cancel you any time I want. Don't ever forget that. All right, what were we saying?
Sexy. See why you gotta make it sound so sexy? Like no, do not form bomb me. I'm not form bombing anybody. My
Well,
adult nobody.
depending on how it's done, sometimes people get extra points for porn bombing me.
I have drawn many people, like some sexy French girls. There's an artistic merit if you do it with love and you're not doing it to hurt someone.
Would you draw me like one of your French girls?
Based on that picture you just sent the other day, I could.
Go for it.
I've been looking at that picture for like a day now. I was like, damn, that's a sexy boy. I had no idea you were that sexy, sir. I
It's a
purposely don't
gift.
look at people. No, I try not to look at you people. I feel like everybody that's here right now is sexy as shit. All of you are so beautiful. I shouldn't even look at you. It's a crime to look at every single one of you, especially PatCon. I heard PatCon got it going on, but I've never seen him hurt it.
Oh my God, PatCon puts off big dick energy. I'm not. You know, I don't always like what PatCon says, but I'm not gonna lie. There's some big dick energy there.
Not gonna lie. See, we're being honest here, and I respect that.
The man's dick is so big he has to have a hyphen in his name.
I only see one hyphen here.
Hmm.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm back. Hold on.
There is no reason for actual swatting. If somebody is like, if there's a legitimate threat or danger, it's not swatting. And I don't know the situation. I didn't see it. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that happened until now. Like, did the cops catch up to her though? I don't want to like restart the whole conversation again. I just want to know yes or no that did the cops actually catch up to her?
Very sorry, you guys. I had to disappear for a second. My boss was driving by. He has his little flashlight, and when you're not doing your job, he writes you up. Piece of shit.
Oh well, like if your boss ever walks up on you and like I can hear it, I'll just start crying and be like, I can't believe he's dead. You need to come home right away.
I always wanted that to happen in my work, though. I always wondered like what would happen if you're going in and the bag is extra heavy. You're like, man, the bag is extra heavy. You gotta investigate it. What if there was a body in a garbage bag?
Well, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I need to get off of here, man.
all right.
Cole's
Yeah,
beeping off right now.
let me just make my last reply. No, I'm sorry. I killed your show. Thank you, bro.
You're fine, man. It was dead anyway.
No, I wanted to figure out because I hear the word swatting. I've been hearing the word swatting, but I never got a technical definition for what swatting is. Like I know, like
Swatting is like when there's no, and people do this like purely out of revenge, right? Like there's nothing going on at a particular house, but you call the cops and you say, hey, this motherfucker, like he's threatening his family, he's got a gun, and like none of that's true. So the cops fucking they get the SWAT team and they all fucking roll in there heavy. And sometimes, like, people get freaked out. They don't know what's going on. And sometimes the cops kill people that way. That's what swatting is.
Now let's break this to the actual example. If you got an individual that's screaming very scary things in a moving vehicle, near a school, your church, your political organization, your city hall, your church, near anything, don't you think it might be in your best interest to get that person that's screaming these horrible things, these scary things, to not do that? In fact,
Yeah, if there's a legitimate reason for it, it's not really swatting. I mean, generally when people are driving and they're screaming, they're usually going fast and not driving straight. You know what I mean? When you're angry and you drive, it's not a good combination.
Section 15 makes a really good point. So much drama could be avoided if you stopped inserting yourself into issues that you're not involved in. But are those issues buzzworthy? Will they get you clicks on your show? Of course they will.
There you go.
Touche. It's a good move. It might not be what I do or what Wildman does, but there is a niche. There is a niche. I don't believe in it. I don't agree with it. But who am I? But some garbage man who loves a bunch of people and just called like 63 people sexy. I feel good. I support that.
Dude, I put up, like, when it comes to like making shorts and stuff like that, I do way, way, way more. Very few of my shorts actually have anything to do with this bullshit. I get way more views and way more subs, if that's how you want to measure things, from the non-drama stuff than I do the drama stuff.
But you know why I'm here. A lot of people don't know why I'm here. They're like, why is this crazy black man cursing and singing and calling women beautiful? You know why I'm here, and I know why I'm here. I'm here because I have to be. I was forced to be here because I support, a certain entity. And I will continue to support a certain entity. As long as the piece of shit named Thomas exists, I'm going to exist too. You know how Superman
there has to be a yang to every yin, right?
That's right, me and Bizarro. Me and Bizarro, Lex Luthor. Me get you, Superman. Yeah.
All right, man. I do want to shut this thing down.
All right. Before I go, I want to give my Tracy, good to see you. Jilly, good to see you. LB, beautiful. Janae, I see you've been stepping out there. Section 15, Matt Claus, and Dominique. Those are my shout outs for the evening. Check your children's devices. Please check your children's devices.
That's the smartest damn thing anybody said tonight.
I win.
All right, man. Thank you. Yep, you win. Oh, shit, what'd I just do?
All right, have a good night, everybody.
All right, later, dude. All right, y'all. I don't care who the fuck hops up now. I'm not adding anybody else. I just got my fucking live stream hours back today, and I've already burned up about a quarter of them for the month. That's okay. I don't really need to be going live as much anyway. Tommy set up. I'm not even getting into it. I don't want to continue this anymore. All right, y'all. Thanks for. I think we've all earned a headache together, and thank you for not making me go through it alone. All right. One of the ladies call me as soon as I hang up from here, or all of you. I don't care. Anyway, until next time. Stay naked.